Okay. Oh, I'm in the corner down there. Wrong one. Let's go over there. Anyways, sorry guys. Yeah, whenever I make the thing, and it's because I'm so used to doing PM, and then I thought I had it for AM, but I obviously was too tired as I was doing it. So it said tonight. So thank you, Sharon and Shelley, for pointing that out to me quickly. Or else I would have been going live and it was scheduled for tonight, I suppose. But anyways, you guys, so yeah, there's another presser tonight. We know that Bortac came in last night. I was up till like about 3 a.m. just showing the tracking of the two planes, but I don't see any helicopters or any movement over the sky right now in the Chester area. So I've been looking at it, but I wonder if they're just holding off because now that they have, like, say, Bortac here, and then they've obviously put their plan in place of what they're going to do today and stuff like that. So they're going to have the presser in about a half an hour's time. Hi, Peace. How are you? Peace was up late too, because I saw you, I think, when I was on live. I'm pretty sure that I saw you put up a video, or maybe you put up a video or did a live. I'm not really sure. But anyways, so yeah. So Bortac's going to be in the house tonight. And let me just quickly go here. So Bortac units are required the following resources to operate, in addition to standard USBP training equipment, tactical uniforms, high-risk armored response vehicles, mobile command center off-road vehicles, ATVs with required upgrades, lockboxes, off-road tires, suspension, specialized equipment for Bortac high-risk operations, precision weapon platforms, breaching equipment and supplies, night vision devices and thermal imagers, annual training and certification courses, including the annual selection and certification course required, annual mission essential task list training and specialty program training, example precision marksman observers, breachers, and canines. And which reminds me, I hope that doggy is doing better, the one that was having some heat issues. So I really hope that dog, maybe I hope that they bring it up to date in the press conference and let us know how that dog's doing. Specialty communications, satellite communications equipment, data plans, and wireless mesh networks, of course. So yeah, so bring in the big guns, eh? Let's see here. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Is that a pun? I never get a moment of peace. Yeah. Babies are awake. Absolutely. So again, so let me just start off. I'm not really hearing much on the scanner. There's no planes here. I'll just actually stop screen for a second. You can get a close up. Hello. But anyways, let's share the screen. So, okay. So right here, normally there was, like, some planes right here. Like one was coming out of Unionville, and then the other one was coming out of Philadelphia. There was a plane there all last night. Actually, I'll show you. So there's nothing there right now. But if I 1 second, let me just go to my own darn channel, and I'll show you guys live on this one yesterday. So let me stop screen again, present share screen. So yesterday I just literally put it to do this, just so that if people wanted to see the tracking that was going on yesterday. So there was the B407 helicopter, and then there was also the PC-12. Let's just see here. So the PC-12 plane. So looks like a big bowl of spaghetti there, doesn't it? And sometimes they were both there. But then when the helicopter, see, like this one right here, the PC-12 had just come back in after refueling, had come back in. The helicopter does its spirals, and then it right here is actually when it started heading back to I think it was called ice something or another. But anyways, so then um basically the B407 refuels, comes out, and then goes and lands in Unionville. It was like it was coming this way. So I don't know if it was having, if they told it to go back to Unionville, because that's where it originally had come from when I first started tracking. It come out of there. Then the next time it went to this place called Ice something or another. And then, anyways, so then it kind of came out of Ice and then went down to Unionville and just stayed there. And then it was just the green plane again, going on the PC-12. And so it's someone said that there was like an update of yeah, we'll see if there is. Yeah, I was here but too tired to chat. Yeah, I know that there was a couple people in there following Sharon. I figured we're some regulars. But yeah, so anyways, um so yeah, it was, someone said it was like 11 miles or kilometers um now. So I mean, I was looking on Chester to see if it said that. I didn't see any update of them specifically saying it, but someone said that the radius was 11, and you can see that they were actually going quite far out. Now last night at some point, you guys, of course, should all know Nick by now off Twitter. And JLR did a live, and I'm sure some of you guys know that already. So JLR's there with person named Johnny Blackhawk or whatever. And Nick said he was going to go live within the hour. Let's actually see what's going on. Let me go here and let's go over to Twitter for a second. And where are you, Nick? It's a county sheriff's one. Oh, well, since this is up here, Sunny Slaughter. She is going to be on Script News Thursday, September 7th, and at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be covering, of course, Danelo Cavalcante here. So let's go see what's going on with Nick here. Let's see. So you guys can see that screen, right? Here, let me make it a little bit bigger, take myself off. Let's see. I'm on this screen here. Let me close this one off. I got too many links open here. So I got to know which Twitter I'm on here. Okay, so this was where I got the information from Blazy Operational Resources. He had posted that 45 minutes ago. I've got a special guest who will chime in live today, Nick is saying, and give some input on why the search has proven difficult, but will surely come to an end. I have a feeling you'll like the guest. We'll be live within the next hour. Let's see. Law enforcement sources inform me that authorities are now armed with unprecedented resources to bring this manhunt to a conclusive end. The sources stated unequivocally if he's in the area, his next visit will be to the prison or the morgue. It seems the net is tightening and authorities are extremely confident. According to the source, it'll be a busy day, is all I can say. We gave him ample opportunity to end this thing peacefully. That opportunity is quickly disintegrating and faster than ice cream in the dessert. Okay. um, so let's see here. Let me just hit refresh on that. 3 hours to do 1 hour. So I think that's the latest right there. So yeah, so yesterday they were talking about perhaps that there was a possible sighting over in the Fairville area. Um, and that was, and Nick and that they were at like Mendenhall Hotel, and Fairville was, really a few minutes away from there. Hi, Nadia. Hi, Shelly. Miss Dog Level's in the house. I should say hi to everybody. Shelly's in the house. Never Silent and Streamlabs is in the house. Sees through and Outback. There, y'all. Butter Patrol, love them. Yeah. Right. Kick ass and take names. Oh, Aspen just sent a photo. Oh, dude, sending me those triple X pictures while I'm in alive. All right, let me go take a look. Let's see. Oh, so Blackhawk flying over Chester. Okay, let's see. Dude, let's just take this down for a sec. Okay, well, let me take this down let me bring this in for a second here. Because I don't see, unless it just started now. 1 second. Open. I'll show you guys. If I could get back to my tab. Okay. Let me just move this mic out of the way here. Okay, so stop screen. We'll go back to present. Then I'll go look back at the helicopters again. Okay, so he's Adam saying that this heli, okay, so is over Chester, Westchester. So let's see here. 90265 H60 on there. Okay. I'll let you guys stare at that for a second. Let me just go look at the tracker. Chester. Just gonna hit refresh. Where are you, Westchester? Why am I not seeing it on the screen? Okay, wait a second. Let me go back. I'm not sure that's what I do. Take them right back to prison. Yeah. So let me just hold on, guys. Let me just, because I don't understand, because I'm not seeing this on the screen. I'm gonna let me flight trader. Okay, I'm gonna close that down for a minute, and then I'm just gonna go open it back up, because to me I was thinking, well, it seems strange. So too much stuff here. Sorry if sounds coming through on that. So I'm just gonna pull it up again here. Oh, no, where's that? No. I'm literally like reloaded and everything. And I don't see this helicopter. When was that? When was that picture taken? Adam, if you're obviously watching, if you're sending me a picture of a helicopter, when was that picture taken? Because, like, they're not showing anything over the skies on Flight Trader, and that's, you know, let's see here. There's that. Oh, it's okay. Sorry guys, just give me a second. We got 20 minutes before the thing. Okay, so so Black Hawk. One sec. I just want to go back and look at. Oh, hey, hold on. I think Nick's up. Yeah, so let me throw you off to Nick here for a sec, guys. Oops, there's my bedroom back there. Share screen. Nick just went live here. Let me put you over here. Aw, come on. It's all. Oh, wait, hold on. It's all swirly Q. Come on, Nick. Let's try that again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'll try to run if I can. Adam, what's that flight number? Can you put the flight number? I'm mixed up which one is that flight number for that, because I don't see anything. And I have Flight Tracker open. Yeah, it's buffering. Yeah. Come on, Nick. Sometimes it does that. All right. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, we'll stop screen on that for a second, and then I'll just show this for a minute. Did I pull out the end? Yeah, let me just play that for a minute, guys. Adam, can you put the flight number in Messenger, please? I'm just trying to figure out if that's the right one. I love how no one will call it X. Yeah, because it's so weird. It's Twitter. Like, here, let me just open up X. Just going. Is that the number right there? Yeah, but like, I'm literally over the skies. When was that picture taken, Adam? Let me just come over here. Close that off. So that is the number. Like, when was that picture? Because, like, I'm literally over the skies and I don't see an helicopter. Let's see. Paste. No matches found. Flight. Oh, that could have. Well, that could have been last night. I wonder. Like, when I pull it up, when I pull that number up, it's not saying anything. Okay, no, I don't want that. Okay, that's not coming up at all. Okay. Oh, did this thing stop playing? Wait, isn't this supposed to be like 11 minutes? Or is that the highlight one? I think it made a highlight is my problem. Present share. No, not share screen. Cancel. 15 minutes to the press conference, guys. Video file. That must have been a highlighted one. Is the other prisoner in cahoots? Yeah, you're talking about the one that was, hey, Ben. Maybe he's going to Canada. Yeah, like, I'm not seeing anything on. Let's see if Nikki's up. This media could not be played. Reload. Let's see if he's up better. It's still buffering. I was doing that yesterday too. This feed isn't working for me. It just hangs. You seem to have issues in that spot for a while. It's just buffering. Yeah. Other people are saying that it's doing the same thing. Everyone's going to be live again. Gray's going to be live. GLR's going to be live. Nick's live. I'm sure Ickmel's live. Whoever else is live on there. Okay, I'm going to close that off. But yeah, so as for any helicopters over, I'm not seeing them whatsoever. Like, I mean, it's the same time. It's 1846 UTC. I have, let's see here. Let me just see here. Locations. Okay. Idaho. I'm just double checking here, guys. I'm so fucking sick of this messenger. It wants to open up in a. Is not in the air anymore, or is it off? Last known location, Collegeville, United States. Okay, wait, you didn't. Hold on, you didn't put the dash in there. You just gave me, like. Hold on, let me see. So it's 90 dash. 90 dash 26245. Let me try that. 90 dash 26245. Okay, let's see. HB code. Okay, so I plunk it in and then it literally takes me to a different page. No, that's the whole point for searching for you, right? 92. So it said college. You know, why does life have to be difficult? Why can't it just be? Why can't I have somebody beside me that actually knows how to run these stupid programs? Oh, there's so it's so hold on. So Collegeville is up here. But yet, so Collegeville's up there. But you know, if it says find frickin' flights, one would just kind of think that if I put find the flight that it would kind of take me to the one that's there, but no, it just opens up a web page. I'm gonna have anger issues if I have to keep if Adam keeps sending me this thing, and then I'm putting it into this flight radar, and yet I don't see crapola. There's no helicopter over top of this. If it's in Collegeville, it's probably landed. Maybe that's why, Adam, because it's probably has landed from dude, like I hate multitasking. I do. I'm not good at it. Registration containing, so last known location is Collegeville. So to me, that's not in the air. To me, Collegeville is like, hold on. No, I don't want to share. Well, okay, we'll share. No, Chrome tab. So flight tracker, share. Okay, so Collegeville is like here, and that's where it's saying it is. So chances are it's like down because then you won't see it. But when I type it in over here, that 90 whatever, it literally just will take me to a freaking page. So call me an stupid or an idiot or whatever, but you would think that if it said find this plane, like I would think that I would be able to like, okay, yeah, just find the plane. Add, okay, I'm gonna add you to my bookmarks. I don't care about your stuff. Widgets, blah blah. I don't need you. I don't want your free. I just only want your free stuff here, dude. Okay, whatever. See, and then it takes me to a whole different page. HBO. So let's see here. So yeah, status is landed at 2:33 p.m. So 12 to 1, 1 to 2. Yeah. So September 7th. From Linden to Philadelphia, BBX. Um, arrival was 2:06. Status is okay. So at 2:06. Um, yeah. No, Shelly, that is so strange that hold on. That's so strange that you say that, Shelly, because in my husband, he says, "Why don't you put Waldo in your videos and then give a shout out or something or to whoever puts whoops shit. Sorry, my microphone's right there. It's not used to being there. Why don't you put like I said, where's Waldo somewhere in the video, and then the first person kind of like post, or the first couple people that post, can get a shout out or something like that in your next live or next video or something like that. So it's funny that you actually say that because I keep forgetting to do it. And thank you, Outback. I don't think I do, honestly. Um, I hate, you know, up until so it was pretty much around, we got 8 minutes. It was pretty much around when TikTok and no, Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff came out that I started going, okay, you know what? We don't need all these stupid messenger things. We got Messenger, we got all these other devices. I don't want to know this stuff. I could care less about it all, you know? And I regret doing that because I was always up to date with my technology or the different Facebooks, Messenger and ICQ and IRC and all those things. But then all of a sudden it was like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, who needs this many things to talk on? So I could have cared less about any sort of Instagram or TikTok or whatever other ones that had come out and whatever. But honestly, I used to do some things on the internet that I'm still proud of to this day because they had these stupid programs that you could manipulate and it would just spew you back money in the forms of checks every month because back then there was no control over the internet. So I was just doing this all advantage and I was in IRC chat and I was using these manipulator programs and I was really good. It was almost like I was freaking like a bookie or something like that. I had everyone's names down and log in, log out, log in, log out. And I would spend like most of my day just sitting there, just making money off this stuff. And of course, all advantage will say, if you get caught using a manipulator, we're not going to pay. Oh, all you had to do literally was say, and it didn't really ever happen to me actually. All you had to do was say, like, I wasn't using a program. And they were like, yeah, well, I guess we can't prove it. Some people like were being greedy and they were getting like over a couple $1,000s a month. This is back when I don't most of you guys won't remember this. All Advantage, Pay to Surf. It was all these surfing programs so that you would look at their ads. Like, that was the whole idea of it. So, anyways, I was a pro. I built my own darn website. I sit there and run code and all that stuff. Now, get me to freaking do anything. And it's just like, husband, and then husband will come in and go, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm like, how do you never know? Like, how do you never know? But if something happens on your computer, suddenly you know. But when I ask you, you never know. Something fishy there, husband. But he always says the same thing. I don't know. Did you try this? Duh. Wouldn't have called you here if I didn't know. I called you for help. And usually he leaves out the door going, yeah, right? Right, Jeff? Usually he leaves out the door going, well, I tried. I'm like, it just blows me away though. It blows me away though. And people sit there and they, do their own technology. Can you help? Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't. Yeah. Right? That's my husband. And it drives me absolutely bonkers. But mind you, he does fix my stuff when that voice goes a little higher, then it's like, husband, if you can sit there and figure your stuff out, you can sure the heck can help me come over here and figure mine out. Because I'm not useless. I'm pretty sure my ex-husband said it's called use Google and go F yourself. That was when we were divorced. I think it was learn to Google it your effing self, is what he specifically said. All right. Okay. Share screen. Facebook. We want to go to Facebook, I guess, eh? Now, all I'm seeing is Adam's Facebook thing picture coming up here. We want to go to Chester. Let me get to Chester, guys. I got all of Adam's pictures open from his flight tracker. So let me just go to Chester first. And it's not in the air anymore. It's off radar, yeah. Okay, so we're at Chester. And don't be messaging me, anybody on Messenger that's following. Do not send me a message unless I ask, or else it's going to pop up on the screen. Alrighty, so let's find that. This one. Okay. Yeah. Nothing worse though when you're sitting there and you're showing Facebook, and then all of a sudden those things, the messages go bing. Oh, well, hey, there you go, world. Just read my messages. No problem there. I personally don't care, like, about mine. But I don't like, Jeff, I think yours was on there the other night because you were messaging me during the live. So all of a sudden it was like popping up. And so then I have to go behind it and try to close it again. But it drives me, it's like boing, boing. And I'm like, okay. But I don't know how to stop that. Like, I don't know how to stop that. So let's see here. 3 hours ago. So the press conference is at 3, so it's 12. So you guys, just in a couple more minutes here, then we should be good to go. What do you think? They're going to talk to us about Bortac. Hopefully they'll tell us and let us know if the doggy's okay. And yeah. And maybe you guys, come on, all whole 16 of you watching this live. Do you think that they're gonna catch him today? Do you guys think that they're gonna catch him today? And how's Nick doing? Let's see here. I want to see flight tracker as well. Gotta learn how to use these flight trackers better. Oh, hey, there's little beef 407. BO47's coming down. You guys can't see it, but just so you know, B407 I found you. Now, where's it going? Hold on. Where's Chester? Where's Westchester? That's Whitehorse. Chesterbrook. I lost my bearings here. Oh, there's Westchester right there. So it looks like B407's in the house again. Just saying. But let's concentrate on this. We can only pray that they catch him. I flipped a coin. Yep, they're going to catch him today. Okay. Adam thinks so as well. Adam thinks so as well. So let's get me off the screen here and let's hit refresh because they're going to be going live any second here. See more. Yeah. So it should be beginning any time now. But yeah, but does Adam have a coin? No, he's broke ass. Hey, CJK. Boo, 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 boo. There's all the loyal followers. Hey, Kelly. Just seen ya. JLR will absolutely ask a question. And then he's going to probably look to his own camera and be like, Danelo Cavalcante, shame on you, you emperor. Just like Richard Allen. Shame on you. Yeah. You know he's going to be JLR from JLR Investigates. News is acting like, dude, don't have any resources to survive the heat. Okay, come on. Let's see. Come on. It should be starting. Let's see. Come on. Oh, it's live now, guys. Let's go.
Lieutenant Colonel, the most up-to-date information so they can make informed decisions about school operations.
There we go.
I've told you all previously that we're utilizing hundreds of state, local, and federal law enforcement officers, canines, aviation assets, and various types of technology in an effort to keep the community safe and to bring this to as swift of a conclusion as possible. I'd like to provide the media and the public an opportunity for some insight of the scope of the operation that we've put in place. Following the press conference today, I'll provide you all details of how we can make that happen. As a reminder, we're asking the public's help by familiarizing themselves with the photograph and description of Cavalcante, to check security cameras they have, and to call us immediately if they believe they may have seen him. Again, we ask residents to please secure homes, outbuildings, and vehicles. Cavalcante has clearly already obtained some clothing and other unknown supplies, and we want to minimize any opportunity that he might have to get anything more. It is very important we keep the pressure on him as we continue this hunt. Cavalcante is considered extremely dangerous, and there is a reward of up to $20,000 offered for information leading to the capture of Cavalcante. Anyone with information is asked to call our tip line at 717-562-2987. 717-562-2987. I continue to thank the community for their support and for allowing us the latitude to do our jobs while they deal with what I know are extremely stressful circumstances. We appreciate you all more than you know. And I wanted to also, because we've had a number of inquiries, I mentioned an injury to one of our tactical dogs the other day, Loki, and I wanted to provide you all just a brief update. He is doing well, has been released from the hospital earlier today, and is expected to make a full recovery and return to work within the next week. And with that, we will be happy to take any questions that you might have.
Can you provide some details of the Longwood Gardens event? We saw the helicopter drop very low right off the deck and seemed to try to spread the undergrowth.
So an individual reported that that he had seen someone matching that description, and he provided us a location that he had seen them running through that area, and so searchers have gone to that area. We're using people on foot. We have horses out there as well that are assisting with the search, tactical teams, and of course the aviation assets that you mentioned.
How big is that area? How close is this search to that trail camera location?
It's not very far from that location.
Which schools were removed from the search zone?
That was the Greenwood Elementary and Chad's Ford Elementary.
So how big is this radius now that we're looking at? I mean, initially it started within that 2-mile radius, then moved to Longwood, then it was sort of east. Can you give us just an exact distance that you're searching over the entire?
Yes,
footprint?
it's about an 8 to 10 square mile area that we're looking at right now. It's a couple of miles across, but the total mileage would be about 8 to 10 square miles.
Yeah,
Is
what is
there
the-
any
what is the
validity,
outside of it?
is there any validity that he was actually at Walmart in East Marlboro Township? There was reported sightings there.
I'm aware of that report, and we do not believe that was him.
Do you have
And
a
given,
strategy?
and given the newly released footage yesterday of his escape, he is so agile. Has law enforcement been looking up in trees and the foliage? Have you all been looking into stormwater management within these neighborhoods? And then also, have you been going door to door in various neighborhoods for welfare checks?
Yes, to all of those, it's been a very thorough search.
Carol, do you have a strategy for preventing him from escaping via Brandywine Creek, which runs all the way to the Delaware River?
We do.
Can you elaborate on that?
No.
Colonel, what time was the sighting near Longwood reported?
Just before noon.
Today.
Yes,
Colonel, do you still believe he's within this 8 to 10 mile perimeter that you set out?
I have every reason to believe he is still within that perimeter. Yes, sir.
Can you tell us why you have every reason to believe that?
We have had no sightings outside of that area. We have maintained as secure a perimeter as we possibly could. And then as recently as today, we have another reported sighting.
What are the current sides of your perimeter?
So it is bordered on the north by 926, on the east by 100 or Creek Road, on the south by Hillendale, and on the west by 52.
Colonel, how much bigger is this perimeter today than, say, last Friday?
It is larger. I couldn't tell you what the difference in size is, though, off the top of my head.
But this is the same as yesterday, right?
It is.
Colonel, is there any evidence that he has obtained a weapon? Anything new on that?
I do not have any evidence to that effect, sir.
With the mushroom, with the mushroom.
I'm sorry,
with the
just-
mushroom
just-
festival returning this
I'm
weekend.
sorry, just a minute, ma'am.
You mentioned the heat. We obviously know it had an effect on the canine officer. Is there any truth that the heat may have impacted thermal cameras at the prison that may have been heated or would not have been working at the time of Cavalcante's escape?
I couldn't speak to what effect anything would have on the cameras at the prison.
Can you talk
And
about
was
the
that the
effect on
mushroom?
the, can you talk about the effect on the law enforcement members on the ground with the heat working through the day?
Oh, it makes it very challenging. Certainly all of you have been out in this weather, high temperatures, high humidity. They're wearing, uniforms with bullet resistant vests, carrying a lot of equipment. It certainly adds to the challenge. With that said, I have not heard a single complaint, and I believe our people are up to the task, but
Did they get some break time, cool down time, water breaks?
if someone needs it, we absolutely get them some rest. But typically, what we've been doing is we're transporting fluids, food, those kinds of things to sustain them and keep them well hydrated out to their locations.
Colonel,
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Two questions here. The Mushroom Festival returns for the 28th year in Kennett Square, which is a couple miles from East Marlboro, Longwood Gardens. The Mushroom Festival will return as planned. Our law enforcement, state agencies, federal agencies working very closely with local police to ensure that the escapee will not go towards the borough, because some people are planning not to attend this year due to the escape convict, even though he's not been spotted there. So any thoughts on that?
Well, we're working very hard to capture the escaped convict and not allow him to go anywhere.
And then last
But along with that, yes, we are well aware of that festival, and we are working with authorities, a number of authorities, law enforcement, emergency management, and so forth, to try and make sure that people feel very safe at that festival.
Yeah, and last question, in terms of how technology has changed from 1999 when Norman Johnson escaped, he was here for about 3 weeks in Chester County, again, back in 1999. How has technology changed that is supporting your efforts to find him? Any thoughts on that?
As with your cell phone, it's changed dramatically in that amount of time. And so we take advantage of some of the latest state-of-the-art options that are available. And so when I've mentioned here before, we use a wide array of technology. We have a number of federal partners here with us that I've talked about previously. All of the assets of all of our agencies are brought to bear.
If North Creek Road is the eastern perimeter, how did you decide to remove Chatsford Elementary School from the search area?
We carved it out by putting additional officers around there. We cleared that property and then put officers around it so that we could carve that piece out.
The property at the school.
Yes, sir.
Colonel, as you know, another prisoner escaped earlier this year from Warren County.
Yes.
Who was found some days later hiding out in the woods. So it seems like there's sort of a parallel to be drawn between the two different types of manhunts. I'm wondering if you have any thoughts on how that situation compared to the search now, and if there are sort of like differences between the two that explains challenge that you're experiencing here.
You know, and those are two of the more recent, this one and that are two of the more recent examples that we've had. There are similarities between any situation for a manhunt like this. So we try to learn something from each of those incidents that we handle, take from that how to run a smoother operation. Our partners in many cases are the same. In fact, some of the people that are here from the federal agencies are some of the same teams and resources. I was on the Warren County search as well. So there's some of the same resources. Again, all of us take lessons learned from it. We adapt those to the different circumstances we find. And, you know, there are different challenges with every particular search. If we moved 20 miles down the road, there would perhaps be some different challenges than what we have here. We would adjust to those. Yes, sir.
There's been some speculation in the media that the heat-seeking technology, thermal imaging technology you use is not working because it's so high. Is that correct? Is all the technology you're using in that regard working the way it should because of the heat?
It is.
It is. There's no
Weather can weather can certainly have an impact on it, but it does not take that technology out of the game at all. At times, to use the example of thermal imaging, you can get some additional hot spots, rocks, different things like that can cause a hot spot, but it requires you to check a few more things, but it does not diminish our desire to use it.
Lieutenant, are you concerned that he is growing more desperate and yet more dangerous the time that he spends out in this weather and being hunted by you?
I believe he becomes more desperate. I believe he has always been very dangerous, and I've said that from the start. He's already murdered 2 people, one in Brazil and one here in a very brutal manner. He's a very dangerous individual, and he remains so.
But
Is
now
this the eighth confirmed sighting, or are there more? And can you kind of walk us through those 8? Because it seems like he's going back and forth, or are we out of order on the sighting numbers?
I don't have all of those other sightings here in front of me, but I can get that for you, and we can talk about it another time. But yes,
The
it
8 is correct?
yes, sir, it would be 8.
What about homes? We know you've checked some homes before. Are you going back and rechecking homes? And if nobody's home, what are you doing? Are you checking with relatives just to make sure he's not in there?
We are checking homes. We are talking to neighbors if we don't find somebody at that home, and then each one is handled on an individual basis. We typically can check, tax records, county records, to try and find an owner if we're just completely unsuccessful. But the biggest thing we look for immediately while we're there is any sign at all of forced entry. And we have found some open homes, and in those cases we try to obtain permission. Otherwise, through exigent circumstances, we can at least make sure that that home is not occupied by
Is there
him.
indication that he's gotten into any of these homes? I mean, we've had people contact us saying they believe things have been taken or moved. On your end,
I have not been able to confirm a single case to this point. It doesn't mean he hasn't, but I have not been able to confirm a
The
single
family
case.
that said he was downstairs when they were upstairs. The family that said that they.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
not a confirmed entry.
I don't doubt that someone was down there. I cannot confirm that it was him.
So
Do you
that
have
doesn't count in your
additional-
8.
Have additional special forces arrived, sir?
We have had tactical teams from all over the country come in and continue to come in. We have some additional resources that are arriving today, and part of the team arrived yesterday and will arrive today, and will become operational by tomorrow. So one of the things when I talk about after the press conference being able to give you some additional insight of how we can do this, we'll have an opportunity to talk about some of those teams tomorrow and give you some idea. I think, and I'll come back to some of your questions here in a minute, but I think what I would like you all to see is that there is an amazing operation going on here. There's a collaboration between local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. This is not simply a situation where we have a police dispatcher sitting and taking a call and dispatching a police car to go and follow this up. It is a very sophisticated, well-staffed operation that I believe, again, when you have an opportunity to see some of that, there are some portions obviously that I can't show you everything, but I think you would have an opportunity to see enough of it to truly come away with an understanding of the effort that is being made to ensure that we end this as quickly as possible, to ensure the safety of the community. We absolutely understand their concern. I get it as a parent, why other parents are concerned about their children going to school, playing in the yard, all of those kinds of things. Again, having been involved in a number of these searches, it is the same with every one of those. And we want to end this as quickly as possible. We'll throw every available resource at it to do
Do
it.
you still have a
Does
sense
it
of
hurt your confidence knowing that he's going back and forth from the same places again and again? What does that do to bolster some morale out here? Does it bolster? And what does that mean for your containment area?
There is no impact on morale, as I said a few minutes ago. I have yet to hear a single complaint. I interact with our people. We have shift changes where we brief out, outgoing troopers and officers. The morale is high, and I talk to them when they come in after a lengthy shift and working in these conditions. Morale remains high. These are people who are volunteering to come here, many from out of the area, who are volunteering. Now, they're in the case of state police, they're being paid. So I don't mean it to sound as though they're just volunteers, but they are asking their commanders to send them here. That's how high the morale
any
is.
sense of where he's going now? And then can you confirm that there was no equipment failure at the prison as it related to any heat that may have impacted any of the cameras or technology there that could have aided in his escape?
I cannot speak again to the technology at the prison. That is not my focus at this point in time. My focus is on capturing him. There is an ongoing investigation there that I'm sure will reveal if there was any kind of a failure or whether it was a failure of an individual or a group of individuals. That will all be determined and acted on appropriately. But for right now, again, the priority for me and our focus is on getting him back into custody.
But you do have a sense of where he's going.
I have some ideas. Again, I can't get inside his head. I wish I could. I wish I could go right to where he is. So we use our experience. We use the information that's available to us. And then we also use any number of different techniques to try and push him, to try and get him to make a mistake and to detect that mistake when it occurs.
Was there a search of the trail?
Just one second, the gentleman back here.
Can you explain why you can't just have this perimeter and then squeeze in and get in? Obviously, it's not that simple. You would have done it, but
Yes.
why doesn't that work?
For a number of reasons, it doesn't work. First of all, it's not just a perfect open piece of land that you can just march through. You've got businesses, residences, highways, hills, valleys, wooded areas that can't be pushed through. The number of people that it would take to contain that area and be able to walk shoulder to shoulder through that area and squeeze and the amount of time that it would take, it's just simply not realistic to do that. If we were talking about, one city block or something like that, it would be a different story. It's just too large of an area to be able to squeeze in and push like that.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel, could you provide an estimate as to how many personnel are currently at Longwood Gardens trying to track this guy down right now? And what tactics and what technology is being used at Longwood Gardens?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't speculate. It'd be a large number of people. We don't break the perimeter, so we're not moving every single person there. We want to keep the perimeter secure while we move response teams there. And so I mentioned, tactical teams, aviation, mounted detail, some other foot searchers besides the tactical teams, canines. All of that is brought to bear in terms of the specific number. I couldn't give that to you off the top of my head.
Searching at night
Can
still?
you just confirm the account of the man who says he broke into his house?
I'm sorry.
There was a report of the man that says that
Yes.
he broke into his house,
Mhm.
and also whether he's using bloodhounds.
We are using tracking dogs. And yes, I believe the account that someone broke in, I'm saying I can't conclusively prove that it was him.
Has he left any traces that you have found? Traces of anything, traces of clothing, food, like the one in Western Pennsylvania, campsites? Has he left any traces at all?
We have not recovered anything that I can conclusively say was his at this point.
Lieutenant Colonel, there was a lot of speculation yesterday about his training as a survivalist. A few years back, you led the search for Eric Green in the Poconos. Can you talk a little bit about the difference between that search, which went on for about 48 days, and the search you're currently updating?
Again, as I said earlier, there are a lot of similarities between any of these searches. The difference there was the level of violence. We knew Freen was armed. And so both very violent individuals, very dangerous individuals. The difference is with Freen, you're hunting for a person with a rifle that will penetrate the body armor of any of the officers that are out there, and did penetrate the body armor of the corporal that he killed. And so it brings a different dynamic to that search. But there are a lot of similarities in the search as well. And again, that's where I tell you that we try to take lessons from all of those and bring those to the next job.
So Longwood Gardens is west of 52. Is that outside your perimeter? And I believe today was the first day it was open. Was it
Yes,
open?
Longwood Gardens proper is out there. They have additional property that is within the perimeter, and it's in the vicinity of that I'm speaking.
And was that area was not open to the public today because it was inside the perimeter?
I can't speak to whether Longwood Gardens had that piece open or not. There wasn't anybody in there.
So not all of Longwood Gardens is in the perimeter, correct?
Correct.
Do you still have men searching at night?
Yes.
Lieutenant, this is a question maybe for the district attorney or the chief. Neighbors adjacent to the prison spoke to us today about their concerns for their safety, not the first time that someone escaped from the prison, but now the second time. They are curious about alerts. In May, they're on record today saying that in May, there was no siren, there was no warning. I know you don't speak for the county, but as the chief law enforcement officer for Chester County, how can you assure these neighbors that they're not everyone for themselves out there on their property?
So I understand that alerts do go out. The first prison escape in May, he was captured within 5 minutes, is my understanding. So I don't even know if there was a time for an alert to go out, but I don't know that information conclusively. They are sending out alerts repeatedly through reverse 911 calls, and they keep expanding the perimeter and the radius to where they send those locations or those notifications. So they are on high alert, and those communities that are affected immediately are alerted right away. So I know that the time frame is very rapid from when they are alerted and until when they have an incident.
Concerned though that, I mean, I know it's under investigation, but this is supposed to be a facility that holds in these dangerous people, these guys convicted of murder.
Absolutely. You know, this is an outrage. This should have never happened. You know that I was the prosecutor who was assigned to this case, and I helped convict this man, and he was sentenced to life without parole. We're all upset. We're all concerned, and there will be a thorough investigation, and that will be made public at some point.
District Attorney Ryan, can you speak to the victim of Deborah for a moment and her family? And I'm assuming that the family has protection right now because he's not near them.
They do have protection, and they are terrified. They haven't left their home. They're barricaded inside and very concerned about their safety. We do have police detail around them 24 hours a day, but I know they're very, very worried.
Ms. Ryan,
When you send him back to Chester County Prison?
He will not be going back to Chester County Prison.
and when captured, what charges might he face? I mean, what does this bring from a criminal liability?
He's charged with escape right now. That's a felony.
Where will he go if not to Chester County Prison?
He'll go to a state correctional institution.
The one that he was sentenced to?
He hadn't been assigned to anyone yet. He was on the way to Smithfield to be assigned to another location.
Sorry if this was already asked, but will you all release the video of the people at escape?
No, we're not focusing on that right now. Our primary mission is to get this guy in custody. That's where all of our attention is focused at this moment.
Ms. Ryan, did your office answer the motion seeking a retrial or a resentencing for this defendant, Mr. Cavalcante? Did you, I know the judge denied it, but did your office have a response to their pursuing a new trial?
We did not respond. The judge decided that on his own. Yes.
Just a follow-up question for Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. We've talked to someone who has taken it upon himself to enter into wooded areas and look for Cavalcante. Obviously, this is someone who believes they're vigilante in this case. What is your message to people who may think that they would be empowered to do such things?
First of all, they have no authority other than that of a private citizen to do it. They are risking drawing away law enforcement resources because someone else may see them and report them, and we end up having to go investigate that and draw resources away. So I would ask them not to do it. I can't prevent them from doing it, but they have no authority and run the risk of, depending on what action they take, getting themselves in trouble.
Just to confirm that, so the most recent sighting, you said was at Longwood Gardens, but it's not Longwood Gardens.
No, I said it was in the vicinity. It was near Longwood
In the
Gardens.
vicinity.
Yes,
The vicinity of the property, that's not the primary Longwood Gardens property.
yes,
Additional incident search area.
yes, sir.
Is it Longwood Gardens property or near Longwood?
I don't know, sir. I wasn't out there personally on that one. It was in that vicinity. I just know where the report was and was very close to where the camera was, which was on Longwood Gardens
Lieutenant
property.
Colonel, what would you say to those who say that he's winning right now? It's 8 days, he's up against hundreds of your people, you've got technology, he's got barely nothing to eat, and you can't catch him. He's winning so far, not you.
Well, we've chased people for a lot longer than this and ultimately brought them to justice. As I've said before, we're not going anywhere. We will eventually capture him, and when we do, he's going to prison. I don't consider that winning.
There were some neighbors near the area where he was spotted by the creek who were concerned that bloodhounds weren't being used and that the scent may have been anyway lost in the creek itself. Are bloodhounds part of what you're using to try to track him?
I don't have bloodhounds at this particular scene, but I've got other tracking dogs that we have confidence in, and I'm told can perform in a very similar manner. And by the way, we have them from a number of agencies as well.
Just to clarify, so the heat isn't impacting any of the tech that you're using to search for him day and night?
Correct.
Is there any reason, I asked this yesterday, I asked the same question, is there any reason to believe he's getting or gotten help from anyone outside of jail?
It's something that I am always concerned about, but I'm not prepared to discuss that in any further detail at this point. We are always looking for that, and we continue to look for that, because even if it doesn't happen at the beginning, it sometimes can happen at a later point in the hunt. And so it's something we're always aware of, but I'm not prepared to discuss it
There was a
anymore.
report that there was a train stopped and searched in the Route 1 area. Don't you think that-
There was a train that was stopped there. The railroads have been cooperative with us for the most part. Well, what they've been doing is stopping at their normal stop, and we can utilize others for surveillance to make sure that no one else boards the train, so that we don't disrupt the train
You know when
traffic.
that stop occurred?
No, I don't.
Does he
There
have-
have been a number of trains over the last several days that have come through there.
Does he have relatives in, this was brought up yesterday, and I don't remember what the answer was. Does he have relatives in Maryland who he may be trying to get to? That's one thing I've heard, but I can't, that's speculation. But does he have relatives in Maryland? Does he have relatives near here who he's been trying to get to? Can you tell us anything about whether you've talked to them?
He has relatives in the general area here. Offhand, I'm not familiar with anyone in Maryland. If he's trying to get to those, I wouldn't be able to tell you that at this point.
Have you spoken to them? Have you tried to get cooperation from them?
We have spoken to relatives, and I can't go any further than that.
Yesterday you said something about, you still believe he's heading south, but you couldn't elaborate on that?
Yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna turn that. You guys, I can't. He's boring the hell out of me. I'm gonna go over to Twitter, share screen. I'm gonna go see Nick. Well, let's first take a look at multi-track. Let's look at that. Okay, so hey, my little B407 is like way the heck up there. Where are you going, bud? Get back over here. Anyways, so this is the helicopter, which says right here, private owner. So, oh, hey, this is because if you don't pay for it every so long, it does that. Anyways, so this is the helicopter here that's Okay, well, B47 year offered. Anyways, they're circling right here, you guys, right at Longwood Veterinary Center and the Baltimore Pike right there. Okay, so look at that. It's like a big spaghetti loop right there. Uh, yeah, I don't want to show Adam's house and the helicopter while we're on the live. You know, as much as I hate the guy, I gotta love him just a little bit. So anyways, let's go see what Nikki's doing there. Whoops, present, share screen. He was driving a second ago here. And
because they have some kind of equipment that is blocking the signal. So we're going to try to get a clip of the command center. There's no restrictions. There's no roadblock around it, but there are tractor trailers with tactical gear. And there, as soon as you pull in, there's no service.
all right,
So let's try
all
to
right,
get through
Shelly, sure.
Longwood. So I'm not going to the press conference. So what I learned last night, and I told you guys that there are 30 guys from Bortac, which is a border control tactical team. It's one of the leading teams in the country when it comes to high stakes, high risk. No, I'm not going to the presser. When it comes to high stakes and high risk investigations and manhunts. So 30 of them are on the ground with 4 Blackhawks that are either here somewhere or inbound. So we're in Longwood Gardens right now. We are going to try to get signal at the other location, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little update of what's going on. There's been a lot of activity today, and there really is no update from any of my law enforcement sources, except that it's going to be a busy day. Like I said last night, that it's going to be a very busy day here, and the investigation is ramping up. The federal government is bringing in additional resources to make sure that the fugitive doesn't make it to Delaware. And I'm going to see if we can see the command center from here, which we can't. So when we get close to the command center, it's probably going to cut out, just so you guys know. And if it cuts out, I'm probably going to be back in about 15 minutes. I'm going to go to a better spot. It's odd because as soon as we pull in, the signal cuts off. So we're going to try to get, once again, we're going to try to pull in and see if the signal stays. So right up here is where the command center is, right in front of me, right over here. So as soon as we make this right at the light, there's a command center set up right on the premises of Longwood Gardens. So I'm about to pull in, and let's see. You guys can see the command center from here. Let's pull to this side for a second. You guys can see the command center getting geared up. I can't go up on the grass over here, but watch yourself. I can't go on the grass, but that's the command center that's posting up. They have federal agents. So you guys can see that there are trucks that say police. I'm sorry that it's shaky, but I don't have the tripod set up in the car. So the command center is right over here, and that looks like where the tractor trailers are gearing up for something. They brought tractor trailers with a lot of gear. Tactical vests, computers, all kinds of stuff that I'm assuming they're going to use in connection to the manhunt. Now, to our left, that road is closed with police presence. Yesterday, there was only 1 officer down there. Today, there are 5 that are blocking that road. And this command center looks like it's for the federal government and state government, not for any local law enforcement. There are a lot of federal agents in that area right now, but as soon as we pull in, the service goes away. So what we're trying to do is give you guys a little shot from here. And what I'll do is, if the service goes away when we pull in, and CERT just passed us, you guys can see CERT. CERT is heading into the command center. So that's that green van that you guys have been seeing, and that green van indicates the CERT team. Every time that green van is deployed, it's the CERT team that comes off. So right now, CERT has arrived to the command center. I'm unsure if that means that they are gearing up for an active search or if they're just going to do a push or a sweep through the woods. So again, we're at Longwood Gardens. The gardens are open today, despite the fugitive being seen here. I guess they have a reason to believe that he's not at the garden. So the command center is right here on the property. Now, yesterday, all of these roads were closed. This road was closed, and that road was closed. That one is still closed, and there were police cars that were blocking this. So today, there are no police cars or road barriers for that road. So it's open, but you could only stick around for about a minute or two before you're likely asked to leave. We're not going to pull into the command center for obvious reasons. So I'm going to try to go in closer for you guys to see. And if you don't see and it gets blurry and cuts out, what we're going to do is quickly grab a video, like a little bit, it's called B-roll, just to show you guys a general idea of what it looks like. Probably a 20-second clip. I'll put it up and then we'll go back live from another location. Likely we're going to drive around like we did yesterday and look for the best spot. So again, they brought in 30 agents from that Bortac team overnight. They came under the cover of darkness, essentially, and they touched ground late last night. And they brought with them 4 Blackhawks that are here for the investigation. And the Blackhawks should be in the air within the next few hours, from what I understand. Today is the day that they are really bringing in the manpower, and it's sort of unprecedented. The law enforcement that I know working this have never seen an operation like this. They've never seen this Bortac team come to anything that they've worked on. And it's a very interesting elite group of agents that are specially trained, and they're primarily located in Texas. So these guys are with Customs and Border Patrol, but they assist law enforcement in high risk situations that have a very dangerous, it could be very dangerous to the community. That's why they're here. And they also want to make sure that this guy doesn't cross into Delaware. We're only 5 minutes from Delaware and about 10 minutes, as I said before, from the president's Delaware home. So if he goes toward Delaware, that might be a problem for him regardless, given the security around the home of the president. But they don't want him to leave this area. They don't want him to go to Delaware. So they are really zeroing in with every single resource. And I hear choppers. I'm not sure if it's a news helicopter above us, but they're really gearing up. And this is the longest I've seen them gearing up for. I mean, they're unloading tractor trailers and they're getting ready for something. So we're going to pull in right now. And if it loses, we'll be back in about 15 minutes, but I'll grab a video of it. Okay. So we're going to head in right now. Let's pull in. And if it cuts out, just be ready for it to cut out, just so you guys know. And yeah, they were searching trains this morning. And then, as you guys know, last night there was police activity. As we were getting ready to leave, a call came in from the command center. I got a text that said that there's going to be activity related to the investigation there. They didn't give me much information except for responding, and it's in connection to the manhunt. And it was on Fairville Road in Chad's Ford. Now, we accidentally beat the police to the location. And if that's NBC, it's showing, here's the command center. Keep going, don't slow down like that. And turn around, like make a U-turn. So you guys can see that it's, and that's the officers I'm talking about across the way. Did the service stay? Were you guys able to hear fine? Because if you were, we're gonna pull up and we're gonna park there for a second. Okay, so let's do that again. We're gonna make the left over the bridge again. So so it worked. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna park up and we're gonna get a better shot. We just did a little loop, so we didn't raise any flags over there for them to ask us to leave, because we wanted to, if it didn't work, we were gonna come back and get a clip and then upload that to Twitter and then come to another scene. So since it worked, we're gonna make a left, do that little loop around Longwood Gardens once more and pull back in. And I'll be able to stand there for about 3 minutes to try to get as much as we can without any interference, obviously. But there are no police behind us guarding this area, and there are no road closed signs. So the road is not restricted. And I've been saying this for the past 7 days. We're not going to go in any restricted areas. Last night, when we responded to that potential, I don't know if it was a sighting, I don't know what it was. We beat the police there, so there was no perimeter, and that wasn't our intention. So we were gonna get out of the neighborhood, and that's when 3 state troopers pulled up to us and they didn't know where they were. They asked us if we knew how to get to 1217 Fairville. They obviously, I guess, don't have GPS. So they started driving off, and then more state troopers asked us again, do you guys know how to get to that location? And that's been a problem that we've been seeing for days, where there have been troopers that are so far away from this area that don't know where they are. And they have no clue about the neighborhood, that's why it's crucial to keep local law enforcement in the loop, which they did last night. But I'm not sure what happened at that location and if it panned out to be anything. But throughout the night, there were planes hovering around in circles for hours on end with helicopters. So it was very fluid in some sense. And the police response was rather quick. We were close by. That's why we beat the police there. We were finishing our driving tour to show you guys the neighborhood and show you the route that he might have, not show you the route, but show you why it's so hard to find somebody like this with all of the brush and with all of the woods and the heavy shrubs and I mean everything. It's very dense. So we showed you guys that, and as we were leaving, the call came in. It's cutting in and out. Okay, so it's probably this spot. So what we're gonna do is as we pull in, it should come back. It's gonna come back in about a second. This area has terrible connection, just so you guys know.
Yeah, he's doing fine over here at this end. I don't know what those people got.
We're gonna do one more lap. And yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that they're not letting independent journalists in, which is very bizarre. Actually, I've never heard of that at a press conference. Really, even at like White House press conferences, you're able, if you go through the clearance, you're able to get credentials.
So JLR wasn't.
So it's really
that's
weird
Nick.
that they're restricting it.
Nick on Twitter. Nick at Nick the Hat.
Limited to what narrative I guess they want to have, or they don't want random citizens in there because of the media presence and that there are cameras live just in case somebody says something that can be offensive and scream something. That could be the reason why they're restricting access. But
I was gonna say that's why we
I'm not
didn't
even
hear
going,
JLR.
and I doubt they would. I don't know if they would restrict my access. I haven't tried. I don't think they would. So, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that they are not letting independent journalists in to the presser, which is fine. At the presser, we got what we wanted, and that was about it. I told you from the outset, we're not really here to go to the press conferences, and we're not here to cover the any of the press conferences. I mean, there's enough media there that the updates are in real time, and you guys can watch it live from their feed much better than you would be able to watch on this feed. My purpose was only to ask and pose certain questions that the community wanted answered. So I did that, and that was it. So we did what we wanted to do, and I have no intention of even going to the command center, or I'm sorry, to the press conference. So we're gonna pull back in toward the command center, and if they don't want people at the command center, they would have a roadblock, so they don't. So again, the command center is right here in front of us. So we're going to turn back in, and we're going to park for about 2 minutes and get an angle and then head out.
So the N10XV is the one that's flying over.
That exit sign.
It was going over
So as you
that
guys can
logwood,
see,
but now it's over Popcusson.
Pretty fluid.
Popcusson. So that's funny. So JLR wasn't allowed in the presser. But
Here, and I'm going to give the phone over to you and get a shot. So Hong is showing you guys the command center. You guys can see it's pretty fluid. They're prepping for something. The tractor trailer seems to have moved. There was a tractor trailer here when we initially tried to show you guys earlier, but it's not here right now. I'm not sure if they moved it. Hong, is it there? No. So Hong went into the area. And here, I actually have a photo of the tractor trailer I'm talking about. So give me a second. I'm going to show you guys the photo. Here. This is the photo of the command center, or of the tractor trailer that was there earlier. They had 2 of them, and they have gear hanging from the doors, and they had 2 of these
Shelley,
large,
I believe every word
large
of you.
trucks. And They were parked literally right over there. And there's a smaller one there now. So all right, we're gonna head out. Let's go. So it looks like obviously we don't want to stick around here. So that's the command center that's going on right now. So we're gonna head back up towards um, the area of, I guess, the perimeter. We're trying to find out what's going on and where the best angles are. We're getting texts from a lot of residents that are allowing us to use their property. So we'll be back in about, I guess, uh, 15, 20 minutes. I'll stay on for a little bit as we head toward, let me double check. I believe we're heading toward Carco. So we're going to head toward Carco. And from there, I'm going to let you guys go if there's no activity while we figure out exactly where we're going to head. So Carco is about 5 minutes from here. It freezes here, so see if we can slowly, if there's no cars, we'll make a right before it goes. And that's what I think. I think that they're bringing in additional resources just because they want to make sure that if he's not here, they need to go to Delaware or expand their search. And these guys have that kind of capability where they can bring this equipment and figure out if he's here and bring it to a rapid end or relocate. And it's obviously a federal issue when you're so close to another state line. The Pennsylvania State Police clearly said yesterday that they have no authority in Delaware, and the authorization to use lethal force is in Pennsylvania. So they would need to coordinate with officials in Delaware to get that authorization in another state, or the federal government would intervene and take over, which is that's also a possibility if it goes into Delaware. Now, the federal government has been involved from the outset. U.S. Marshals were here Thursday morning by 11 o'clock, and he escaped sometime between 8 and 8:40 in the morning. And there are, I believe it's just news helicopters that are above us. So what we're going to do is go to Carco, and from there we're going to find a location where there's a vantage point. A lot of farms have given us permission to go. Again, the county is very grateful of the coverage, so everybody is the DMs are pouring in with "Come to our address. You're welcome on this property. You can use our business. You can." So essentially, we have contacts at almost every section, every point of interest.
I think of Christmas as well.
Those contacts sees activity before the roads.
Getting a little laggy.
And if that happens, we'll be able to be on that private property. So when we're on private property, we can't be asked to leave unless the homeowner or the property owner asks us to leave. But obviously, what we're not going to do is hinder any investigation. So if it's a possibility of any sort of hindering by being in that area, we're going to not stream. But I find that unlikely, as we've been in some very active areas in the past, and there have been no issues with us staying because it was on private property.
1 second. I feel like the helicopter is drunk. Let's take a look here. 1 sec. Look at this path pattern right going on here. Look at this path. Like, what the heck is that pattern? You guys can still hear Nick in the background, right? Shelly, you can still hear Nick in the background? You can't hear? Oh. You would think that you would. Okay. I guess only I hear it.
Country or what area you're from, if you're human, you need to have fresh water, you need nutrients.
Now you can hear it, right?
You need to have a good somewhat of a diet going, and this guy's on his second week on the run, and I don't believe he's getting any
I know, right?
food of nutritional value, so to say. So yeah, we're losing connection again. So what we're gonna do, guys, is likely cut the feed and come back from a better location, likely at a resident's house, and the press conference is on. So definitely watch the press conference. We're at Longwood.
No, the press
and there's
conference
no
was
activity,
boring, Nick.
Here right now.
Boring. There's nothing I even want to talk about
Are you
from the
really?
press conference that I can even think
He says it
about.
right in front of us. So we're back at Longwood Gardens. We're going to Carco, and we were right here yesterday at this stop sign. Like, well, not like going in. We were coming out, and that's when we found out that the police were responding to that location up the street, just 5 minutes away. And around that location, there were a lot of there were bodies of water. There were train tracks, and those train tracks lead to Ace Hardware. So those tracks have been heavily monitored, and you guys saw that over the weekend. You guys want us to stay at Longwood Gardens for a few? I don't think the federal assistance has nothing to do with the president. It's the fact that there is a convicted murderer on the loose, and that is obviously of grave concern for not just local authorities or state officials, but for the feds. They need to make sure that this guy is captured, and they want to bring it to a peaceful resolution. And as you guys heard over and over again, if it can't end peacefully and if he doesn't actively surrender, they have the authorization to shoot him and use deadly force. There was a call about Longwood Gardens right now, so we'll stay in the area of Longwood Gardens for you guys in case we see something, in case we see a response. But since the gardens are open, it would be rather unusual. But again, everything that we thought before has kind of turned on its head. Everything that we thought would be unusual, he snuck out of the perimeter. So obviously, everything is on the table. Yeah, let's we're gonna loop around. So let's make a right here. I'm not sure where.
Hold on, I gotta show you guys that thing again. I think Adam was drawing pictures. This must be his driving and drawing his helicopter flying. It looks like a nutsack, doesn't it? Yeah, an upside down nutsack. And then all of a sudden, so it does this weird stuff, and then it goes back over here. That's so strange. Thinking that was funny.
Who's right?
Like,
Katie Riley. Okay, I'm gonna look for your message in a second. Just, I guess, pull to the side here for a minute.
I wonder if is Fox 29 News live or no. Let's take a look.
All right, guys, watch out. We gotta go. Can't park here. Or wait, let's see if so. Oh, it's construction. Never mind. So let me check DMs from Katie. She says she lives nearby. Did you send me a DM? Did you guys did Katie, did you send me a DM? Anybody who has a property that's right in this vicinity with an angle of Longwood Gardens or the surrounding area, uh, the comments are too quick and I'm unable to see that. So shoot me a DM, Katie. So anybody in the surrounding area, definitely send us a text. And yeah, if the presser was useless, that's probably why they didn't want anybody else going. And typically, even members of the public can go to press conferences, especially if they're from the community. Obviously, not at some of them, like the White House, you can't go there. But for the most part, they're usually open for the public and members of the media, of course. But it's very unusual that they would close it off. I'm looking through the
I'll be right back, you guys.
um, DMs to find out where people are locating. No, I don't see any Blackhawks here. Checking. Let's see what's going on, guys. So, for those of you that are just getting on, I'm sorry, hold on, let me make sure that is there a sighting. I just asked if there's a sighting at Longwood. Um, so I'm waiting for a response to see if it's something legitimate or if they're even here yet. So I'll know in a few. So again, we're gonna likely find a better spot. This is a terrible one. Somewhere with a little bit of activity. I'm gonna go through and find the contacts I have. I had to start making a list of areas of interest and then properties that have given us permission because it's become such a massive perimeter compared to what it was before, where we definitely need a. You guys are saying 8 confirmed sightings. We definitely need a property to get closer to than this. So what we're gonna. Oh, let me see. No, so the sighting at Longwood is not true. I just got that from the command center. So there is nothing at Longwood, guys. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut out and we'll be back in about 25 minutes. Let me hit the phone a little bit so we can both go through our phones. I'm going to have Hong's going to go through his contacts. I'm going to go through my contacts and we're going to see if we can try to find somewhere to go. Yeah, there's no sighting or anything. So sounds good, guys. I'm going to come back to you in about 20-30 minutes and we'll go from there. Again, we're probably going to stay again until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We've been seeing the most action around that time. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Okay, let's go back to the flight pattern thing for a minute. One sec. Okay, I'm still gonna be right back for a minute. So just chill and I'll look at the flight pattern. Here, I'll see if the scanner is the scanner saying anything. Oh, I gotta scroll way up there. Probably not. Oh. No, nothing. Yeah, there's not much going on there. So I'm going to back out of that one. 1 second. Oh, my thing's telling me to refresh. Of course it timed out. Per Dan Donahue about retry. So Lucy Letby hearing rescheduled September 25th about retrying hung charges. Okay. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Okay, we're gonna need to like turn that shit off now. I was just going through the StreamYard different things going on there. Okay. So anyway, let's you know what? Let's just how come I got two open here? Which is the longer of the two? 1 second. This one. I mean, he's really doing a nice spaghettio circling, isn't he? Here, let's zoom into that just a little bit better. So the Longwood Gardens, like he says, you know, now we want hybrid. So you got Greenwood Elementary School here, Longwood Road right here. Oh, bunch of parking spots there. Bunch of trees. Longwood. Maybe he needs to turn himself into the veterinary clinic because he's probably rabid. So that's the gist of what they're circling over right now. I mean, it doesn't look like he'd be too much in here when you look at the trees. Like maybe, like that's a pretty open space right there. Maybe over here, if he's even in there still. But they must have their reason for doing 20,000 circles right there. Do trees where stuff when you need her. Yeah. Barbara Mandrell all day long. You can see why it's not. Yeah, Ben. Yeah. Okay. You trust me how hard it is to find some decent music on YouTube Music, and then one day I went to go look, and then it said I haven't looked again, but that was about a month ago, and it said, "Sorry, at this time, your country cannot use the like they have these ones where you can, I don't know, you pay a certain amount and you can use certain ones or whatever. I just can't be asked to figure out all that crap you got to do. Let me just give the owner half the money of a freaking video that I make fucking $1 on anyway or something. So not happening. Let's see. Let's see here. Um, Here, let's see. Let's see what this one. Let me see what the revenue is for this one. Oh, $1.05. Not this one right here. $1.05 for an hour live. But that's with 400 views. So yeah, I ain't splitting shit with no freaking music. Music ain't worth that much to me. Maybe if I had a oodle zoodle of money, you know. You know, I'm not gonna get into it, but that's the thing, right? Is these some of these content creators, they whine that they can't take any time off because if they take a week off, they've lost you know, like thousands of dollars of income. I mean, the fact is on a bigger YouTube channel, like someone that has 100K, 200K, yeah, you take a week off, you probably just lost about 3 or 5 grand out of your pocket for that week, So, but the thing is that this is where greed comes in because the more people like see the money, the more that they want in a sense. So it kind of becomes one of those things that if they take a break, then all of a sudden the revenue is going to drop dramatically. If they take a week off, the more money you have, the more you make, or the more the Sunny the helicopter went off the circle. Oh, my bad. I'm just trying to make you stare at SpaghettiOs. Let me see. Where's helicopter? Helicopter's way down there. Hold on, let me go back to roadmap. Helicopter needs to go refuel. It was here. And then the B one that was always flying it went back way up there somewhere. Look at this airport all busy and shit now. But anyways, yeah. So it came out of Philadelphia. Now, obviously, it needs to go get some fuelage. Let's see here. Oh, I know what I was going to do. We need GLR to go to the woods and leave a trail of breadcrumbs. Yeah, let's see. Add. Let's look at this little doofus here escaping again. Look at that little thing. It's like he has a backpack on his back, doesn't it? Like his shirt's rolled up there. It's like he's got a fanny pack or something. Like there's some sort of, what the heck is that on his back? Oh, I know what that is. That's like a hoodie or something. Like that to me looks like it's another shirt or something that's wrapped around his stomach. Hold on, let me go back to the other one. Okay, this is him going in the woods. But look at, it's like you can tell that it's wrapped around the front. Well, I mean, it's wrapped around the front. So it's some sort of like there's probably something in there as well, but it's like some sort of sweatshirt, t-shirt again. Because you can see it. It's wrapped right around the front of him. It's like a little bumper butt thing going on. But yeah. I mean, could be a towel, but it's definitely, like I said, and you can see it tied in the front there. Can you believe that little shit took the lives of, well, I mean, I guess if you have a gun, like in Brazil, and I guess if you have a knife, like, were you not loved as a child or something like that? Like, what makes somebody do such horrific things, especially a little tard like that? Like a 5 foot nothing dwarf. He's no bigger than a frickin' mushroom cap. Little gnome. You know, I'm always torn between these guys because I feel like death is too easy for him. Like, I feel like I don't know why, but for me, I always feel like I just want you to. I don't give a shit if it costs money. I want you to suffer every day behind walls, and like he got it easy at this place, obviously. The guy needs to go to a real prison. They should send U.S. should send him back off to Brazil. There you go. He's your trash. Have him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wonder how much shit that guy's gonna get in that helped him. Looks like he's the guy that's covering for him looks like he's wearing a tank bra with long arm sleeves. So, oh shit. So, hold on. Let me, we'll go back to this. So, stop screen, present, share screen. We'll go back to here for a second, and we'll go to here. No, we'll go to here. No, that's not really the one I wanted either. Okay. Anyways, bottom line is that he escaped from here. So this is where that red, this little triangle here. So the watchtower would be here, and it's here that he escaped. Would hop on a roof, go to another roof, find the less secure area. So wherever, like, so basically they're saying that there was a blind spot, you guys, at the prison, like on one of the cameras where you can't see. So obviously that blind spot, but I'm not sure. I'm probably guessing like this side is the easiest side, but I don't know where the blind spot is for sure. But either way, it was up here, or the back side of the prison, here. So it would have been right here that he would have went in that kind of door thing that's over here up to the roof, and then wherever he went to find the blind spot, and then over the barbed wire. Yeah. What did he have, like little needle nose pliers or something? I don't know. Guy with no shirt on the lookout. I'd love it if he fell. I don't know. Just another inmate. Just checking to see if Nick's live again. No. Oh, 4 minutes ago. So 4 minutes ago, Nick is saying that authorities are planning an unusual get-together for members of the media at the command center tomorrow morning. The event is designed to showcase the technology they're using in the manhunt. Coffee and snacks will be provided. It's an odd move given the situation. I'm still on the lookout. We'll keep you posted. Well, that sounds to me like someone else said, like a show and tell. Like, here's our impressive stuff that we're going to use to find this person. Oh yeah, free biscuits, free tea, come on over. That's what I call it too, damage control. Like let's just give them a little peek of, what they're in store for, coming to you at a theater soon. No, they're obviously not confident about catching him today. Well, Nick and everybody else, GLR, just go bunk down for the day. Obviously, there's no plans on a catch. So, yeah. Sometimes money is just worth it. I get it though. I guess it just depends on what your belief is. Do you believe that there's a hell? Do you believe that, you go down and sit there with the pitchfork in your butt for the next whatever, or do you believe that everyone is forgiven and that, I always think of it this way. I always remember being said that even for somebody that takes their own life, that basically just because you take your own life and stuff doesn't mean like you take with you what you left on earth, in a sense, meaning it doesn't just go away. But that's what, I don't know. I was always taught as a kid that basically that you don't go to heaven if you take your own life. That's how it was always said to me. I don't know what I believe when it comes to that stuff. I don't know if I believe that these evil people all get forgiveness because they say that it's what's here and what's there are two different things. So I don't know. Just really depends on your beliefs and what you believe in your own religion. I have to run for a bit. Okay, see you, Kelly. Oh, hey, Jackie. Sit it out at Walmart. They all seem to go to Walmart. To me, it's going to end up with a chance setting and a quick enough response that they end up cornering this guy somewhere and get him. Oh, Adam. So Adam thinks that they're going to get him today, guys. That's what he said yesterday. So we'll have, but Adam, after they're going to be having biscuits and tea, bud. They're going to be having some biscuits and tea and showing off their equipment, and they're going to flex their muscles, shine up their freaking souvenirs there, their little badges, and go, yeah, this is what we brought in just for you guys. We couldn't do the job, but Borat's here now. Or Bortac, sorry. I said Borat. Yes, the money is worth it, but the minimum wage people suffer more. I don't know. What do you mean by that, actually, Outback? About the minimum wage people suffer more? You're saying that? I think you're saying then because you keep those low lifes alive. That's why your cost of living or your wages are minimum wage. No, the government's just there to take advantage of you regardless. Government, I freaking hate the government stuff. Like, don't even get me started on government stuff. Freaking tax you on this, tax you on that, tax you on your tax, just to tax you. If he dies out there in the thick woods, they'll never find him. Really, they'll be looking underneath the mushroom caps. Are you there, you little gnome? Are you there? Yeah, don't even get me started on the freaking taxes and the government. It's just a joke. You know, that's why people rip off the government all the time. Like, who wouldn't really, honestly? It's like, oh, you made too much this year. Here, now you owe us money back. Oh, you want to live on that piece of land? Oh, don't forget. Here's your $5,000 fee a year just to live on that land. Oh, we got to tax you. We can't tax you on a baker's dozen, but we can, tax you on this and that. Well, I'm not even going to get into that stuff. I say it and then I sit there and talk about it still. Okay, hold on. Let's see what else is going on. What else is going on? So anyways, yeah, bronze that. So I retweeted that. Someone says, do they seriously have time for show and tell event? Maybe because I tweeted it. Yeah, but it's not because of you. Maybe it's because I tweeted at the PSP that it wasn't right that independent journalists were being denied access to the press conference. I encourage locals to let them know. Yeah, trust me. It's truly not because of you. I love it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just because I tweeted that now that they're going to hold a press conference with tea and biscuits and because of me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, did you hear about the Murdaugh trial? Yeah, I heard about the Murdaugh trial. You're talking about that whole thing about the county clerk and whatever her name is again, something Hill, whatever her name is, something Hill. And that apparently she said, like, don't believe them. And she was talking to the jurors, and some jurors are saying that, yes, that she did and stuff like that. Why did the helicopter go into Delaware randomly? Yeah, let me take a look at that again, Adam. Oh, our little baby B407 is back. Aw, B407. My little girl. She's my little girl. Hold on. We'll stop screen. We're gonna go to my little baby girl, B407. Look at it. It made its way back. You left us. You literally went all the way freaking over here. Probably went to Downingtown. That's close to where Adam lives, is in Downingtown. And Callie, we figured out last night that Callie lives in where was it? Where was it that Callie was living? It was called Beaver something. Beaver, wherever that went, it was called Beaver. Anyways, yeah, so you get your ass back over here. Okay, so we got that. So let's take here, let's map default, because this is where that N10 whatever it was went. Okay. Oh, there's Adams, where the helicopter should be. Swallow Hill. Adam, that sounds like a better place. And then this one's for Shelly. It says Tatnall, but I feel like it says Tattletale. Like Tattletale. It's Tattletale School. Let's see here. Hey, B407, where the frick are you going? Oh, Chadsford? I swear these helicopters are drunk today. So it came finally out of Unionville. Oh, I guess I should pay attention to what you guys are saying. Muncha Beaver. Yeah, during the thing last night when I was showing the tracking, me and I, well, it was more so me, and then Callie was agreeing. When you guys see pop cops on, don't you guys think of like popcorn and pop at the same time? When you guys see that word here, let me take myself off the screen so you guys can see this map better. Okay, see, like when you see popkazan, right? Right, just like Birmingham, like that's in United Kingdom. You guys are thieves. Birmingham's from England, you little thieves. England was long a country before you guys. At least according to my husband. Oh, it's going over to Chatford. This is Mental Hall. That one's specifically for Mustang. Mustang, that one's yours. I'm just trying to find where Beaver. Oh, God. We need to. There's Longwood. That's my husband. Longwood. Okay, we're gonna give you guys Susan Sherry. Who wants to be Susan Sherry? Miss Dog Lover, you want to be Susan Sherry from now on? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'll give us who Ben, do you want to be Maui Meadow? You want to be what is it, Maui Meadow? Longwood Gardens. Yeah, that's my husband's. Wiggins. Who wants to be Wiggins? They put them in prison. It should be no one here. Oh, hey, where's my little plane? Where the frick is it? Where'd you go? Little helicopter? There we go. Get you back on flight path there. Okay, where's this go? Where you think you're going, buddy? Okay, so we got some new drawing in order here. Now let me just quickly go and see if Nick is back up. Tell you the truth, like I said, I love boots on the ground. I don't give a shit if you're a JLR or not, boots on the ground, I love. And that's why I love the fact that Nick, he's not even taking money from people, right? People are trying to, whoops. Oh, hey. Flight radar. I'm not paying for you. I don't use you enough to pay for you. Maybe one day. But boots on the ground. Like I said, Nick's not even taking no money. People are trying to offer him money. And he's like, no, 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 no. There's a good guy, right? There's a good character. Okay. I don't even know. I'd probably be going, yeah, here's my cash. Here's my PayPal. Here's this or whatever. Thanks, guys, for helping out with the gas and stuff like that. But I guess but so unless Nick has a big wad of stash of cash or something like that, that's very wholesome of him to literally tell people, no, no, that's okay. GLR will set him straight. Yeah, I know. GLR is going to be like, look, dude, this is how much you could have been making, you know? And then the eyes bulge a little more. Actually, to be honest with you, at first, JLR wasn't really doing anything to try to get money. Like, meaning he wasn't, like, it wasn't like that. He was just doing the lives and he wasn't promoting. Now he's like a little promoting machine. But actually, but he's still not overly. Like, in all honesty, I mean, I've seen channels like J for Justice or whatever her name is. I think it's J for Justice, where they're literally always like, hey, oh man, I need my beats. Oh yeah, I don't get paid. And then the person in the thing says, how much are they? Oh, $150. Hey, yeah, dude, if you can get that $150. Like, there's people that are literally like, hey, can you help me pay for my lawyer? No, well, no, I don't want to use that one because that one she was getting sued, I think, by Truth and Transparency. But it's when they're very vocally proactive about constantly sending them money, like like it's like they're just their whole life is, don't forget to do the winning draw. Don't forget to buy the raffle tickets. Don't forget to, you know what I mean? Like that. But GLR doesn't really do that. He just says, like, subscribe to me. But when he first started out, like, he really wasn't even like asking people for super thanks, but just because he's growing now, people, whatever. And any business person would, okay, at the end of the day, any business person that's smart whatsoever, is going to sit there and realize, look, I can have my cake and eat it too, in a sense, because some people knock creators and stuff like that, but really it's just a job. Like, I would rather sit at home and make videos and do things than sit there and go freaking unpack boxes at Walmart or some piece of crap job. I'm sorry if somebody is working at Walmart right now as I say this, but honestly, if you had your choice, would you rather sit at home and do something that you love on the computer, as a creator, or would you rather go unpack some freaking stupid boxes and feed somebody else's pocket like that? You know? So for me, I can't knock creators, because it's a job. To me, it's a job. Like, I was working up until last year full time, but now it's like my job. Like, this is how I earn my money. And even then it's like really pathetic. But if I was like a grisly true crime, I mean, that's probably about 20, 30 grand right there a month, probably, at least, between the donations and the Patreons and all that stuff like that. But good on them, because like, her channel, I think last year was like 50, like it was about 60K, 70K people when I even heard of grisly true crime. And now she's like about 220K. But good on her for her channel becoming successful. Because why would you not want to become successful while you're doing something you love? It's ones like Joshua Morris. Remember that guy, the guy that made up shit to do with Koberger, and he literally manipulated video and the Daily Mail. Like con artists like that. But everybody has that right. Like I said, nobody has to donate to nobody. Nobody has to join any membership. Nobody has to join any Patreon. Like I said, YouTube ads doesn't pay. Like, if you're a bigger channel, those YouTube ads make a huge difference, right? And that's the point. So when people go into lives, right? And then they get the donations and stuff like that. But on top of that, they get the YouTube ad revenue. So if you're a bigger channel, and people just put out videos, I mean, like I said, they're working off of the YouTube ad, the AdSense and stuff like that. The donations to Alive or something like that. Well, and Patreons and memberships and whatever. No one's forced to have to do those. So that's why I hate it when people like crap on and saying like they get all pissy if you put something behind a membership as if they have the right, good, like as if they have the right to sit there. Like, you have your membership people who deserve more than just your average person. I'm sorry, but it's true. Why wouldn't they? They're literally paying a monthly fee to have special content that's more geared towards them, or to be able to use the emoticons and stuff like that. So I find it offensive when people get pissy over the fact that YouTube is free. Nobody forces someone to do anything. But if you're going to get pissy and say, oh, you're just hiding that behind a paywall or doing memberships and stuff like that, great. You know where the door is. Don't let it hit you on the backside on the way out. Actually, let it hit you on the back. Anyways, people will just bitch about anything. Were you really out back? Were you sub 45 to Gisla? It's crazy. Yeah. I don't really I watch her sometimes, but not much. I don't really watch anybody much. Um, you know, I get enough of true crime as it is. But I do watch her a little bit. I watch sometimes little bits. I'll usually watch somebody for the average is probably 5 to 10 minutes. And then I get bored very quickly because I got my own shit to do. I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody else's live and go, oh, that's shit I already know about. There's sometimes I do something like watching JLR sometimes. That's just more for shits and giggles, to be honest. I mean, he does do boots on the ground, but I don't go out of my way to watch people because I have my own work to do. Whereas people that aren't creators, they just go around, bounce around from channel to channel. Yeah, it just goes without saying, right? The bigger channel you are, the more of a nobody you become, unless you were there from the original, in a sense. Because for the most part, it's just the chat is just brrr, brrr, and you're just like a little ant in the middle of it. But that's just all part of it. Oh, yeah. I didn't hear about her at all, honestly, up until she was about, I want to say 65, like 65, 67K subs, right? Whoops. One sec, guys. Is that my husband? Yeah, it's my husband. One sec. Okay, sorry guys. That was my husband. My husband. That's very nice of you to say, Jackie. I have my moments. You know what I need to do? What I need to do, and I think it's because with Delphi I didn't really need to. Talking about Delphi was like talking about the back of my hand. One thing I really need to do is I need to get better at at doing some presentations better and stuff like that. Like, I do things on the fly, in a sense. I don't have a structure to a live. There's sometimes that I might make a video for the live. It's very rare. Typically I just have usually the tabs open of the things that we want to go through, and then Adam will send me stuff as well. And then we just, because me and Adam can wing it. But most people, I'm going to gather that most people like more structure than that. you know? Like let me put it this way. I can tell by the growth of the channel that obviously it's very moving very slowly. We can't seem to get by 10K yet, right? And but there's a reason for that. It's obviously there's something that I don't know if it's to do with like I don't know what other people do. I put it out to my Twitter, my whatever, you know, we just don't really get the traction. For instance, on this case here, for instance, me, Mr. Potato Head, like on this case here, sometimes I put out some really like that Lucy Leppy one, right? That was a freaking amazing video, if I do say so myself, that I spent 4 or 5 days on. Barely got a couple hundred views. It didn't reach attractions. And then I see a channel that has like 2,000 and they got like 18,000 views on their Lucy Leppy one. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, so I don't know. I'm not an algorithm person. I don't know much about all this stuff. Like, as a creator, it's an awful lot. Like, you got Duty Ron there who has his nephew that taught him how to do most everything and stuff like that. Duty Ron was a good talker, but he didn't really know like the electronic-y devicey side. I don't have that. I just have me, myself, and I. It's not like I can sit there and go, hey, Adam, because Adam usually doesn't know about the devicey stuff and stuff like that because it's really hard unless you're doing it yourself and learn it from your own end. He has no idea half the time of what I'm trying to do and And it's not like he can really help me. Um, you know, it's like Adam yesterday. Like, can you send me like how do I find the tracking for this plane or whatever? Da 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 da. And but it's just like he doesn't really play with it either. Besides going and trying to figure it out yourself. But there's so much stuff as a creator that you try to have to do. And I just don't have all that energy to keep trying to learn all these different things and all by myself. I used to, but it's really darn hard to sit there and try to know, oh, how do I use OBS? How do I use StreamYard? How do I use the flight tracker? How do I use this? How do I use that? See what happens with the bigger channels as well? They got all these people sending them crap, right? All the time. Here, like they're doing the work for those creators, a lot of them, sending them this, sending them that, sending them this. People don't send me shit, really, to be honest with you. Like for someone to send me information, it's very rare. Like some people with Lucy Leppy send me stuff, but it's not like someone says, oh, let me help you do this, or let me help you do that, or something like that. So it's just more like when you're a bigger channel, you got all these people that want to insert themselves, that want to help you, but then by the same token, it gets a bit much because I've seen it happen with other channels where the minute people start helping you, then they feel like that you owe them something back. And I hate owing anybody anything, right? And that's why I really don't ask people for much and do stuff because I don't like to feel like I owe somebody something because people do. Oh, well, I give you money through the internet live and you need to give me this. That's kind of what happened to on the Suzanne Morphew case with like Dusty. Everyone that started giving him money, then all of a sudden they felt like that they had a right to start saying what he should do on his lives and stuff. In my spare time after so much work. I'm not a presentation. Jail, I know he's over. But you know what, Daisy? Like I said, he's doing something right, right? He is. He's boots on the ground. Like, okay, JLR has a deep-seated past for sure. Okay? There's no sugarcoating it. He can't hide it. It's all out there in the public. He's gonna try to minimize it, but he's also a person that doesn't seem to give a shit what other people think either. And I mean, I can see why, because the shit that he's done, most people would just, their minds would be blown if they knew the crap that man has done. So he doesn't seem to care. And people don't seem to care either. I mean, for me, it's kind of like after a while, you just kind of go, you know what? It doesn't really matter what someone's background is. You got people sitting there going, oh my God, JLR, you're the best ever. You need to run for president, JLR. Well, I mean, he was literally sitting beside president, like as he pretended he was Jewish. and stuff like that. Like the guy, it's almost comical. That's what I find funny about it, is that the stuff that he's done, mind you, I don't think he probably found it comical when he was spending 10 years in prison, but at like that's when he was suing, right, for all those people. And that's why he got the Guinness Book of World Records, and then he turns around and tries to sue them, you know. And it's just so comical to me that someone can literally pretend like they're the nephew of the Sandy Hook killer and do all this stuff, and everyone just wipes everything away going, I don't care about that. I just like that they're covering boots on the ground. And then you kind of come to realize that, you know what? Yeah. Like, honestly, me, it's like people sitting there kneeling and going, oh, you're the greatest. You're the most awesome, amazing person ever. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. You know, because most people do not give a shit. I just, for me personally, when I smell a snake, I can smell you right away. I can tell exactly when a channel's a snake. Okay. All you have to do is watch a channel for a couple of minutes and you know whether they're sincere or just full of their shit. Okay. JLR just knows how to sell his shit. And the people are buying it up. And if that gets him past his 70K views, and sure enough, he'll soon be at 80K and stuff like that. Again, I mean, it's his life. At some point, usually what happens is that someone that has that type of sketchy past, then karma will come back at them at some point, and all of that, build up to this person, all of a sudden goes right to the ground. So I just hope that when you come across people like a JLR or an Anthony Greeno of the world, that those people will actually go on the right path and actually make better choices and change their way in life, you know? But at the end of the day, it's not my life. It's his life. It's their life. They can do what they want. And however they want to go about getting it, it's truly up to them. And that's where it's because of my typical morals inside that normally I would never associate with anything to do with that. And then I'm sitting there going, or am I the one that's just being too harsh? Because it doesn't matter. Like I said, people probably watch a ton of YouTubers, and a lot of them probably have very shady pasts, stuff that you would never condone or want to do within real life. But on the internet, it becomes a whole different thing. And that's probably the difference, that you realize that on the internet, people throw all those morals out the window. They don't give a shit. Hey, JLR, just get your butt down to Florida to the Murdaugh trial, okay? We just care about what we want to see from you, Sorry to sound stupid, but in the water, hey, where'd my plane go? Well, I mean, I don't, they were talking about that. Yeah, Shelly. Yeah. Yeah, that was a story. He actually told that story himself. I had heard it already, but he told that story himself. He basically said exactly what happened. You know what, Ben? For me, I find it rather pukable, but it is but who am I, right? Like, honestly, I know I'm a better person than him, but who am I to cast stones, really, when nobody's perfect? But I'm just grateful that I'm not someone like him, Like, I don't care if this channel does take forever to go where it needs to go. I want it to be that I'm genuine and real, and I'm not trying to kid myself, and I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I'm not trying to con anyone. I'm not trying to pretend to be something I'm not. So for me, money never has been anything. It's never been in first place for me, ever. And it never will be. My own guilt of trying to deceive people would overwhelm me. I cannot, as my own person, I can only be true to myself. I can't try to be something I'm not. I just can't do it. I feel the guilt of being a liar if I try to pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty much a good soil, a person of the earth, that literally never tries to harm people. Have I done things that I probably regret in life? Yeah, but it's nominal. It's very nominal things. I don't ever sit there and go around trying to con people and sit there and, try to rip off anyone or whatever. It doesn't matter. He was in jail for 10 years for being a con man. Okay. That there right tells you right there. Right. It's not this big caring factor that, right. It doesn't matter if JLR wants to portray like he totally cares about these cases. Okay. No, he does this because he enjoys it, right? He just enjoys playing people. And he enjoys, this is the stupid part of it, you know? And the thing is that you're going to get these idiots that are going to say, like, oh, you're talking bad about JLR. I don't care what JLR does. He can do whatever he wants with his channel. It's his right. Am I ever going to be a person like that? No. Are people stupid? Yeah. Are they going to fall for his crap? Yeah. But do they care? No, they don't. So why should I care? I only have to think about myself. Yeah. Well, Greeno is just, we're not even going to get into Greeno. But at the end of the day, again, he provides on the ground footage that people want to see. That's why he's growing. Because he knows how to play it. He's giving people what they want to see. So he's not dumb by no means. He's very wise about how he's doing this, and it's working for him, you know? Right, exactly, Ben. That's what I kind of think. I'm hoping, I don't want to sit here and trash this guy, even though it feels like I have been for the last 10 minutes here. I am not a fan of anyone that takes advantage of other people and does it for selfish reasons. It's me. That's my thoughts. But there's a lot of people that don't give a shit about that. But that's my own thing. I don't like it when people abuse others. But then there's a lot of real stupid people out there that you could smack him in the face with the truth and it still wouldn't matter to them. And he's good at editing. Yeah. Like I said, he's got the talents. He knows how to play people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If that's what's working for him and that's what's getting him, places, then great, so be it. It's his life. It's not my life. I can only say my thoughts on channels that try to take advantage or try to be deceptive. Those are the ones that piss me off personally, and I can't really stand those type of personalities. I just can't. But like Greeno, okay, I got to get off this topic, man. But like Greeno has so many talents that he's wasted. Greeno has great talents in video making, but what does he choose to do? Right? He chooses to be the poor me victim thing, in and out of jail, fighting people all the time, arguing with people. Sorry, dude, like how old are you now? You're not 2 years old. You're 35, 8, whatever the heck you are now. Like grow the heck up. How many times can you go in and out of jail or be whatever? But yet it's like wasted talent. So I just pray that personally JLR, nah, come on. At the end of the day, trust me, there's no deep-seated core feelings here. But I just hope that instead of conning people, that Anthony Greeno from Delphi, Jackie, you don't want to know who he is, honestly. He scum, pond scum, okay? Pond scum of the earth, But that's what happens on the internet, right? You get all kinds of people, But that's what kind of makes it interesting as well. By the same token, it's just that people of Greeno's caliber are like drama queens and kings and stuff like that. I can't be asked to get into all that arguing between channels, and that's another reason why I don't really do too. Like there's some really good people that this channel has met along the way. Deb, Fig, you know, oh geez, what's his name? I think his name's Jeff H or something like that. But no, and then there's Tom and CD. You know, there's some really good people that are just Drunk Turkey Show, really great guys. Um, John from Crime Scene to Courtroom. You know what I mean? Like they're just nice people. Yeah, I already said yeah, Tommy Webster, but they're just good people, you know, and those are the people that I love the most because, you know, and that's why the loyal people that come in here all the time that watch us, you know, it's because you guys are just through and through loyal people. You're good people and you're good-hearted people. You're not just here on the pass by to go, "Oh, I don't like what you said today. See ya." You know, like grow the frick up, right? You know, is what I guess. It's each to their own, though, right? Well, I can watch you for 2 years, but I didn't like what you said today in this video, so I'm just gonna have to unsubscribe. Ooh, I'm in tears. Not, right? Louis, you know, he's fine. No, he's like when Louis was here, guys. Lewis was working at a job where he could basically was like security, so he could sit. But then his job or something like that didn't pay him. Like and this was going back months ago now. So it's not the same dynamic anymore. Anyways, Lewis is fine. He's always posting in the group chat and stuff like that. Actually, I haven't talked to him in a while. But Lewis is the one of the people that, you know, you can talk to, and then 2 months later, a month later, talk to him again, and you just pick up where you left off, type of thing. But anyways, so let me just got you guys. I want to go. I want to see if Nick is live again. I mean, again, if they're holding this press conference tomorrow to go, oh look at us bronze, look at us shine our armpits here, you know, and show us exactly what we're bringing to you. Yes, you, the people of Longwood and Chester area. This is what we're offering now today. So they obviously don't seem capable, or they don't seem like they're going to find him today, right? I mean, I wish that they would. I really wish that they would. Like, there's other cases, but this one's interesting. It is interesting. Okay, did our helicopters go away? Where are you, little helicopter? So wait, are you doing? Oh, here, this helicopter's back. All right, and Tex, that one's back. Doesn't seem to be anything else hovering over there. But anyways, I'm gonna have to edit that rant out because I wasn't meaning to rant there, guys. I have a hard time with con artists, con people that con people. I just hate people that take advantage of other people. It's just not my way. And it just bugs me so bad, but yet why should I care? Honestly, why should I really care? You know, I shouldn't, to be honest with you. Just wish that the world had a lot of better morally kept people. Oh, wait, my husband's home. I hear my husband. Okay, let's see here. Um, I don't see anything live. One sec. Um, you know what? My husband just got home. I think I'm gonna. You can edit the presser out. Yeah, I know, right, Ben? Okay, hold on. Let me stop screen for a minute, and let me. Let's see here. Oh, am I on the right thing? No, I think I need to go to YouTube. Oh, what did I do? No, I don't want to know. No. Yes, my channel. Okay. Where's the video? I'm gonna show us this one. Oh yeah, this is the one where I made the video, and then people on Twitter are like, "Is there proof of that?" And then they literally have it in the presser after, like, I made this video before the presser. But anyway, let's watch this one. And hey everyone, this is Sunny Justice from It's a Crime.
Yeah.
If you're not a subscriber, yeah.
This surge continues to take hold of this community with a massive law enforcement presence, road closures, and this morning, some schools are closed once again. This morning, authorities are escalating their efforts in search of escaped murderer Danelo Cavalcante. Overnight, a swarm of activity from officers, aerial surveillance, and canine units responding to possible footprints in the woods. Authorities releasing these photos of the most recent confirmed sighting captured on a trail camera late Monday night.
The photos confirm that Cavalcante has not changed his appearance.
Oh, I didn't realize
but
I
also
didn't
that he
mute
has
myself
obtained
there.
a backpack, a duffel sling type pack, and a hooded sweatshirt.
The photos mark the sixth time Cavalcante has been spotted since escaping Chester County Prison last Thursday, and the first time he managed to slip past law enforcement search perimeter. Authorities now shifting their search efforts south, still confident they have Cavalcante contained.
That pressure that we've been putting on him is working, and he was not able to get any relief and managed to find a place to get out.
The investigation into how Cavalcante escaped the prison is ongoing, but the Philadelphia Inquirer reports a source inside the prison told the paper he climbed onto a roof, ran across it, and jumped down to a less secure area with a surveillance blind spot. The source reportedly says a different inmate used the same method to escape in May. Officials at the prison did not respond to ABC's request for comment, and both Pennsylvania police and the district attorney's office declined to comment. They've been saying from the beginning they're focusing their efforts on capturing Cavalcante.
He's a bad guy. He needs to be in custody, and we're determined to capture him. I'm confident that he will slip up. We're making him move, and that's a good thing.
And the criminal complaint for the previous inmate who escaped this prison says he was able to access the roof from the exercise yard, and then he ran out past a security station, but he was captured within a matter of hours. Danelo Cavalcante and the search for him is now entering its 7th day. Rebecca?
Incredible to see all of those images and sightings. Okay, Trevor, thank you.
But first, I know you all and the public have had a number of questions about the actual escape made by Cavalcante. I'm going to turn this over to Acting Warden Holland to talk about that. I'd ask that following his remarks, you hold any questions until the end of our briefing, and we will be happy to take questions at that time.
So good afternoon. I am Howard Holland, the Acting Warden of the Chester County Prison. I'm here today to provide preliminary details of the escape of Danelo Cavalcante. Let me begin by addressing the escape of Igor Bolt, which the media has been reporting on. Igor Bolt, which escaped on May 19th of this year. This escape was similar to the methodology of the escape by Cavalcante, and the escape by Igor Bolt allowed the prison to identify a deficiency in the exterior exercise yard where the escape occurred. This is also the same area, the escape yard, where Cavalcante was located prior to his escape. The exercise yard improvements undertaken after Bolt's escape were intended to address the escape route from the yard to the roof area. Security consultants were brought in, and improvements were based on the consultant's findings by a contracted security service. The improvement consisted of additional razor wire being placed in the yard area at the wall where the escape occurred to block access to the roof. The escape of Cavalcante is not just being internally investigated. Because it is in criminal nature, it is also being investigated by the State Attorney General's office. The video of Cavalcante's escape has been turned over to the criminal investigators. I will review the exact timeline and show a video of Cavalcante's escape from the exercise yard at the end of my remarks, but can confirm that it does show that Cavalcante escaped at the same location as Igor Bolt, but for Cavalcante, there was razor wire to contend with before reaching the roof. Secondly, Chester County Prison uses proven countermeasure security that are an industry standard. For example, high fencing, razor or barbed wire, secure doors or gates with salad ports to control movement, video cameras, and most importantly, correctional officers, all of which were in place and remain in place. One of the issues brought to light as we conduct our internal investigations on Cavalcante's escape is that once the additional razor wire had been added to the escape route following Igor Bolt's escape in May, it was determined by our security advisors that this one level of security was sufficient. In fact, what was perhaps overlooked was the fact that addressing the single point of physical countermeasure should have been bolstered by additional means. We are addressing that. On Tuesday afternoon, yesterday, we had engineers from Trans Systems, a company which was selected by Lancaster County to design their new prison, brought on site. They are developing proposals for the prison board to fully enclose all outside exercise yards. While we believe the security measures we had in place were sufficient, they've proven otherwise, and we move quickly to enhance our security measures. Finally, I'd like to cover the human element of the escape. One key difference in the escape by Igor Bolt as compared with the escape of Cavalcante is the role of the tower officer, whose primary responsibility is to oversee the inmates in the exercise yard. In Bolt's escape, the tower officer observed the subject leaving the Cavalcante. The tower officer did not observe nor report the escape. The escape was discovered as part of the, as I previously noted, the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office will be conducting a thorough criminal investigation into the escape, which includes this element of the incident. This investigation is both necessary and welcome. The actions of the tower officer present at the time of Cavalcante's escape are a key part of
Okay, so so this is Johnny Blackhawk. Oh god, you guys, I almost lost my shit. Oh my god. Okay. I because my husband, yeah, my husband, sorry. When my husband called earlier, he's like, "You want McDonald's?" And I'm like, "Sure." So anyway, so I'm sitting there, you want McDonald's, and I'm going, "Oh, I wonder if JLR's live right now." And I go look, and then all of a sudden I see, I guess his name's Johnny Black. Well, it's not Johnny Blackhawk, but that's his handle. This is obvious from the Rachel Morin case. And then I was like, wait a sec, so that's who Johnny Blackhawk is. I just was thrown off by that. I didn't realize that that's when he said Johnny Blackhawk earlier. I didn't realize that it was the guy that him and this is what happens, right? Of course, they connected. Nature report: prisoners breaking out immediately. Hey, Boston. That's worth it. Going to be watching on my TV. Need to charge my phone. Okay, Mustang. My guess at this point is that Ellie will maybe stumble across the perp 2 years from now on a DUI stop if they check his record. And I swear that you and where's Hoodis? Is Hoodis in the house still? You and Hoodis have that same sarcastic sense of humor in your comments. Adam, where are you? I can only Adam is laughing as hard as I am right now. I mean, that just tickled me. Don't know why. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the screen, and I know that he's not live again yet, but I'm gonna take that down. And there's Nick, and he's not live yet, or at least he wasn't a minute ago. Because that's an older one.
They must be using blockers because the Wi-Fi from the car isn't working as soon as we pull up. So we're gonna have to go around. So right here to our left, there's a command center that just stationed up. as soon as I pull in, the Wi-Fi cuts out and my signal goes to no bars, into SOS mode. So I'm not sure if that's because they have some kind of equipment that is blocking the signal. So we're going to try to get a clip of the command center. There's no restrictions. There's no roadblock around it. Hey, like I said last night, that it's going to be a very busy day here, and the investigation is ramping up. The federal government is bringing in additional resources to make sure that the fugitive doesn't make it to Delaware. And I'm going to see if we can see the command center from here, which we can't. So when we get close to the command center, it's probably going to cut out, just so you guys know. And if it cuts out, I'm probably going to be back in about 15 minutes. I'm going to go to a better spot. It's odd because as soon as we pull in, the signal cuts off. So we're going to try to get, once again, we're going to try to pull in and see if the signal stays. So right up here is where the command center is, right in front of me, right over here. So as soon as we make this right at the light, there's a command center set up right on the premises of Longwood Gardens. So I'm about to pull in, and let's see. You guys can see the command center from here. Let's pull to this side for a second. You guys can see the command center getting geared up. I can't go up on the grass over here, but watch yourself. I can't go on the grass, but that's the command center that's posting up. They have federal agents. So you guys can see that there are trucks that say police. I'm sorry that it's shaky, but I don't have the tripod set up in the car. So the command center is right over here, and that looks like where the tractor trailers are gearing up for something. They brought tractor trailers with a lot of gear, tactical vests, computers, all kinds of stuff that I'm assuming they're going to use in connection to the manhunt. Now, to our left, that road is closed with police presence. Yesterday, there was only one officer down there. Today, there are 5 that are blocking that road. And this command center looks like it's for the federal government and state government, not for any local law enforcement. There are a lot of federal agents in that area right now, but as soon as we pull in, the service goes away. So what we're trying to do is give you guys a little shot from here. And what I'll do is, if the service goes away when we pull in, and CERT just passed us, you guys can see CERT. CERT is heading into the command center. So that's that green van that you guys have been seeing, and that green van indicates the CERT team. Every time that green van is deployed, it's the CERT team that comes off. So right now, CERT has arrived to the command center. I'm unsure if that means that they are gearing up for an active search or if they're just going to do a push or a sweep through the woods. So again, we're at Longwood Gardens. The gardens are open today, despite the fugitive being seen here. I guess they have a reason to believe that he's not at the garden. So the command center is right here on the property. Now, yesterday, all of these roads were closed. This road was closed and that road was closed. That one is still closed. And there were police cars that were blocking this. So today there are no police cars or road barriers for that road. So it's open, but you could only stick around for about a minute or two before you're likely asked to leave. We're not going to pull into the command center for obvious reasons. So I'm going to try to go in closer for you guys to see. And if you don't see and it gets blurry and cuts out, what we're going to do is quickly grab a video, like a little bit, it's called B-roll, just to show you guys a general idea of what it looks like. Probably a 20-second clip. I'll put it up and then we'll go back live from another location.
I'm trying to share information. Hi, District Attorney Deb Ryan. My name's Jonathan. I'm a journalist, and I've been covering this case, but they're denying me the right to go in there and cover this. I'm just wondering why. I'm an independent journalist, and they are telling me at the door that we can't go in. And I did, and I have credentials, and I've been covering this case extensively on social media. Because that is kind of like a First Amendment violation. Okay, thank you. So that was the District Attorney of Chester County denying people the right to go in and attend these press conferences with PSP. They said I couldn't come in. They were like, "Oh, you're on a list. You can't come in." So what's up with that? I'm trying to share information. Hi, District Attorney Deborah.
Yeah. So I mean, I wonder why they did that, though. I wonder why they didn't allow people to the independent to go in there. Is this the same one? Yeah, it was like reposted twice. Oh, whoa, 3 hours ago.
In Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, and here is a local resident named Lisa. She actually watches my channel. And Lisa Penn. And she has some new information that has not really been revealed in reference to the prison escape, right?
Yes.
What's going on?
So it was crazy last night, around 7:30, our lights went out in our development. We back up into Longwood Gardens. And just certain lights that backed up into the woods went off, so that was like my row. And about an hour later, well, actually shortly thereafter, there were a bunch of police cars and unmarked vehicles that were storming the development. I mean, storming. It was just so crazy because then another hour later, around 8 o'clock, the lights came back on and they were gone.
So this was like controlled, take out the light, and like the authorities took it out?
That's what the rumor is. I mean, we're on the same circuit of some of the stores in the area. And it's crazy because their lights didn't go out. It was just our lights. So we're on the same circuit. So it was definitely something.
And where's that at? Where's that located?
Longwood Crossing.
Longwood Crossing. So they went out there at 7:30 last night, turned off the lights on multiple residents' homes, and then what, swarmed in?
Swarmed in. And they were off the sides of the roads and they were in our developments.
Did they have tactical gear on, or was it just troopers?
It was just troopers, unmarked vehicles, police cars, and they were troopers. I'd say, yeah, they were dressed as troopers.
So, what's your thoughts as being a local resident here about this escape? It's been a week now, and it still hasn't been found.
If he's not found yet, I'm going to be an alcoholic because my nerves are like this. I mean, just like shot. And 3:30 in the morning, they also came over with helicopters in our area. So this is the Longwood side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You speak to neighbors, you speak to everyone around. Is people in fear right now, in a sense? Is there a lot of
they're in
tension?
fear. Some women that are single actually left the development or sent family members down in Delaware. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, I have my husband home. I won't let him go to work until he's gone.
Really?
So he's working. He's a big guy, and you believe in the Second Amendment, so.
Yeah, and so do you think overall the police presence in this community is strong, that they're really actually looking
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you guys, if you were here, you would know. I mean, I know everybody's frustrated, they can't catch them, but I can't stress, there are so many places to hide here. There are so many. So just praying to God that everybody stays safe and he's caught today, not tomorrow.
I see you out at Walmart shopping. Right.
Hey, listen, I'll go and get your sandwich or anything.
No,
you
I
want.
don't need. I'm gonna get a tripod. But I
Okay.
appreciate your insight. Thank you very
no
much, Lisa.
problem.
And we're praying for your community. We're praying for this guy to be apprehended ASAP. Hopefully, he doesn't go back to the jail there that he was in. Once he gets caught,
Yeah.
maybe they put him in a more secure facility or somewhere so he can't do this again.
I hope so.
And this is the second escape, they said, in 3 months.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
Not happy about that. Hopefully, they make changes. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you. So anyway.
JLR investigates. I am at the Walmart.
Oh, I'm sitting here talking. You guys aren't even. Yeah. Okay. I'm just sitting here talking away. Yeah. There, Adam can talk away now.
Hey there.
I just realized I was muted now.
I know. I was getting ready to come on, and I was like, oh, I better hurry. I think she's muted herself.
Yeah, I'm just talking away. Yeah. You know, it's okay. I needed some time to myself there. Anyways, what's up, bud?
Not much.
Yeah. You go ahead. I'm still trying to eat my McDonald's that my husband brought me. I'm just sitting there. Oh, let me go look at what JLR has on his Twitter. Okay, let me go. And I'm talking away to myself, apparently.
I guess, Nick, that's a long 20 minutes. Come on, man.
I was thinking the same thing. I hate when people say, yeah, I'll come back in 20 minutes or 15, 20 minutes. And then it's like, what, over an hour? But you can't really say that because the person's doing some really great live coverage.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm sure, I'm sure he'd be live if he were in a
right.
position
If there's something important. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's anything important, he'd be live right now. Yeah.
Looks like last time I looked, it looked like all the helicopters and everything were pretty much out of the air. Oh, is the newscopter back in the air? Maybe. No. Is the newscopter back in the air? What's the N10?
No. Oh no, that one was in the air.
Okay.
But hold on, that one. Let me go back down. Where the fuck am I? Okay, yeah. So that one was in the air. So we can take that one off right now. Wait, hold on. Oh no, that's a different one. Yeah. I wonder if he went back over to.
Here, I'm gonna send you something in Messenger.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you something on Messenger. It's just it was the news briefing from 5 p.m. in local.
From 5 p.m.
Yeah, 22 minutes ago.
Oh, what happened then?
It's just that it was just their news briefing that they put up.
Oh,
or beginning
okay.
of the news.
Oh, you're sending me Matt's thing? Okay. Matt.
And Jackie Young, I have Broadcastify. I don't have it on right now, but that's what I've been listening to with the scanner. Is there anything going on currently?
Chester County. Danelo Cavalcante has been on the run for 8 days. Officials are reminding residents to stay vigilant. Thursday night, the big story on Action News is the new suspected sighting near Longwood Gardens.
Yes, several teams are currently searching the area tonight, and Action News reporter John Paul live in Pecopson Township with the very latest. John.
Yeah, Rick Shari, that spotting was in Longwood Gardens, as you mentioned. That was also where he was spotted on Monday this week, where that trail cam video came into play. Right now, I'm in Pecopson Township. We've got troopers watching the railroad tracks here right along the Brandywine River. And then we've got the intersection of 926. You see there's a state trooper there. There's another one up the street. The perimeter really hasn't changed all that much, but it changed a tiny bit, and that was to allow these schools. There's a school up on the hill, Pecopson Elementary. That was to allow them to reopen. In the meantime, we're also learning that vigilantes are starting to get involved. Day 8 of the search for Danelo Cavalcante, and now 8 sightings of the killer who crab walked up the walls of the Chester County prison to escape last Thursday.
Earlier today, we had a possible sighting of Cavalcante by a person in the vicinity of Longwood Gardens. A search of that area has been underway for the past few hours and continues at this time.
These pictures of the fugitive were taken by a trail cam on Monday at Longwood Gardens. Law enforcement believes he's still in the area. The search perimeter in Chester County really hasn't changed much, other than that the elementary schools have now been searched and excluded from the zone so they can reopen.
We've done this in an effort to minimize the impact on students and their families while we continue with our search efforts.
Those efforts are now attracting the attention of civilians looking to cash in on the $20,000 reward. There's some bounty hunters. Today, we met Ryan Stiles. He's from this part of Chester County and is now joining in on the hunt for Cavalcante.
I fear for the safety of everyone. My mom lives around here. A lot of family, friends still live around here, so it's getting ridiculous.
Today, he grabbed his pistol and went into the woods to start his own search. He says he's familiar with the terrain and has an idea of where to look.
Okay, what? Fucking Rambo?
Right.
What the fuck?
Hey, you give Americans, a goal, and they're gonna be like, well, let's get our guns and go get them.
Yeah. You know what? My mom's scared, my papa's scared, and I'm just gonna go in there and wrangle them up myself. Fuck it.
Right. He's like, I've got a little too much testosterone. I'm just gonna go out there and get him.
Let me just have some whiskey and get my gun on. What
Got
the
my
fuck?
fresh buzz cut. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
He's like, just because the military turned me down because I'm unstable. I'm kidding.
That's an excuse, yeah. Right.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I don't want the 20 grand reward. I'm doing this for my mom and pa. All right. Like, what the fuck is that? I mean, watch him get freaking misspotted. Oh, I could have swore that was Danelo. Oh, sorry, white dude. You're down for the count. Oh my God. I'm literally laughing. Like I'm sorry, Adam, but you would never see that shit here ever being said. Because we don't have a reason to say that, because we don't get guns to say that.
Well,
I'm just gonna take this on up myself.
Right. You know what? You go get him, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Daisy. Get him, feller. Oh man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just amazed. I gotta listen to that part again. Okay. Okay.
Today, he grabbed his pistol and went in. He's from this part of Chester County and is now joining in on the hunt for Cavalcante.
I fear for the safety of everyone. My mom lives around here. A lot of family, friends still live around here, so it's getting ridiculous.
Today, he grabbed his pistol and went into the woods to start his own search. He says he's familiar with the terrain and has an idea of where to look.
And I swear the news always like they seek these people out. They're like, that's the guy we have to put on the news.
I'm not even kidding, right?
Right. Yeah, Fibro, exactly. I would stay inside if you are Latino at all in that area. Because you've got guys like Ryan out there that are like, oh, we're going to find him. Oops, wrong one.
Now if JLR wants to go out there, I wouldn't be opposed then. I probably wouldn't be laughing this. Probably be laughing harder.
This is how and guys like this is how the escape convict is going to end up with a firearm.
Right. Because I'm just doing this for my mom and pa. I'm just going to go on out there. Going to pistol whip them.
Right.
I just, since when are you even allowed to do that stuff, to be honest?
Concealed carry. Or open carry.
Or how can someone just go, well, you know what? I know the neck of these woods here and I'm just going to go on in there myself. Is there no freaking law that says that you cannot go in the perimeter, to try to, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems
because just random people with firearms all out in the woods by themselves, doing their own searches. What could go wrong?
Yeah. No, nothing, of course, right? Nothing could go wrong. I feel like I'm watching.
This guy here's a twig branch, and I feel sorry for whoever.
I know. I was gonna say, walking in the woods, a little twig break, snap. All of a sudden, oh shit! Darn it all! Just put me, I guess, in that prison as well. Frick's sake! It just seems so. It just seems so hillbilly to me. What I would conceive as hillbilly, I'm just gonna go on up in there in the woods to protect my family. I'm gonna, it just seems so absurd. like it doesn't seem real to me that this guy like that. Yep, just gonna go up there for my mom and pa, protect them all. Oh, I don't know, probably, little 5-footer there is gonna probably freaking like frog hug you to death, and then sit there and take your pistol. It does. I don't know.
Well, one thing I did think was interesting. Not to change the subject, but when they were
No.
talking about the way that the guy in May escaped,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I would only imagine that everyone in that unit that he's in, or that cell block that he's in, they probably all talked about that ever since it happened, which is probably where he got the idea.
Probably.
Because I mean, if it was almost
right.
identical, I would
Right.
assume that because he was only there in transition, if I'm correct, right? Because he hadn't been assigned
Correct.
So I would assume that when he got to that cell block, everyone was talking about this guy that escaped in May. Because
Yeah.
what else do they have to talk about if something
Exactly.
exciting like that happens?
That's what I was thinking too, Adam. Was
So
that
I assume that he probably was like, "Well, I can do that."
yeah, bruise and bullets. That's the way. That's what we always say.
I will also say, with that mushroom festival that they're hosting this weekend, I can't fathom how that's a good idea to have all of those people in this area at an event for free, with free mushrooms, and think that this is not that that's not going to be that's not going to be a recipe for disaster. It's either going to push this guy away from the area, or it's going to give him a reason to put people in danger.
Free mushrooms. What kind of mushrooms, Adam?
But I think the legal kind.
You sure it's not going to be the death cap mushrooms?
Yeah. I mean, because when I heard they were still hosting that mushroom festival this weekend, I was like, what?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just look at what our plane's doing here. Let me just take a quick look at. So they still only have the one. It looks like. Oh, okay. Adam, I need to go give the toilet a drink. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Here, I'll play this one more time.
Okay.
Right now, another possible sighting of the escaped prisoner out of Chester County. Danelo Cavalcante has been on the run for 8 days. Officials are reminding residents to stay vigilant. Thursday night, the big story on Action News is the new suspected sighting near Longwood Gardens.
Yes, several teams are currently searching the area tonight, and Action News reporter John Paul live in Pocopson Township with the very latest. John.
Yeah, Rick Shari, that spotting was in Longwood Gardens, as you mentioned. That was also where he was spotted on Monday this week, where that trail cam video came into play. Right now, I'm in Pocopson Township. We've got troopers watching the railroad tracks here right along the Brandywine River. And then we've got the intersection of 926. You see there's a state trooper there. There's another one up the street. The perimeter really hasn't changed all that much, but it changed a tiny bit, and that was to allow these schools. There's a school up on the hill, Pocopson Elementary. That was to allow them to reopen. In the meantime, we're also learning that vigilantes are starting to get involved. Day 8 of the search for Danelo Cavalcante, and now 8 sightings of the killer who crab walked up the walls of the Chester County Prison to escape last Thursday.
Earlier today, we had a possible sighting of Cavalcante by a person in the vicinity of Longwood Gardens. A search of that area has been underway for the past few hours and continues at this time.
These pictures of the fugitive were taken by a trail cam on Monday at Longwood Gardens. Law enforcement believes he's still in the area. The search perimeter in Chester County really hasn't changed much, other than that the elementary schools have now been searched and excluded from the zone so they can reopen.
We've done this in an effort to minimize the impact on students and their families while we continue with our search efforts.
Those efforts are now attracting the attention of civilians looking to cash in on the $20,000 reward. There's some bounty hunters. Today, we met Ryan Stiles. He's from this part of Chester County and is now joining in on the hunt for Cavalcante.
I fear for the safety of everyone. My mom lives a lot of family friends still live around here, so it's getting ridiculous.
Today he granted familiar with the
So let me hit yeah. Do you realize that you're muted, Adam? Or did you snuck away, didn't you? You thought this clip was a little bit longer. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm gonna go to right here. Okay, so we're on Google Earth. So yesterday, Nick and that was right here. This is 1217 on Fairville. So that's where they said that there was like a sighting over there, that they felt like there was a sighting there. But that's Chadswood. Hold on, let me just pull out a bit here. So Delaware is right there, eh? That's where Nick lives. He lives in Delaware, he said. So Nick comes from over there. So they're in the Longwood area here. Oops, whoa, hey. My mouse got away from me there. So they feel like that he's somewhere like in this area. But the perimeter now is like 8 to 10. Is it 8 to 10? Where did you go?
I'm sorry. No, I was sitting here. I was muted, but I apologize.
Were you looking for something?
Yeah, I'd heard there were storms coming in, and Chester County is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So I was just curious to see how bad the storms were going to be, because that'll be interesting to see how that affects the search and also him, because if it's bad enough storm, it'll be interesting to see how he responds to that.
Yeah. Let's just hold on. So hold on. Let me go. Just gonna stop screen again. I'm gonna go show. What am I showing again? Oh yeah, flight tracker. Okay. Your husband, Montana, shut the fuck up, will you? Okay, so this is hey. Where did our plane go? Oh, he went down. Wait.
But it said there are storms in the area right now, so I wonder if it'll affect the planes going in the air and everything, and the helicopters.
Oh, it's okay, and that place is called Iceline. Just above there that's where flight B407 obviously landed. I think he came out of Unionville. Or did he come out of Iceland first and do the little twisty twirl? Then he did a hot dog. Like, what the heck is that? Let's make a hot dog. And I think he went to Unionville. So I think he's actually there. Now, who are you, dude? Are you just flying through, or what's going on with you? You coming to help? Or are you just sitting there flying by? Probably just flying by.
The N6061 one, is that the one that's like up in the air now?
There is one that's up in the air. That's N6. Yeah.
Yeah. So my understanding is, I guess the 407 or the B407 one landed, and then the other one came up to take its place.
Well, that's kind of
it's a private owner, so I'm not sure if it's just transporting people or what.
Right. Well, it says Airbus.
Yeah, the B407. When I was looking at their pattern, it was all along all the waterways.
Yeah.
So Daisy said, "We'll push him out of the waterways if rain is heavy, I suspect."
Right.
But I noticed when I was looking close at the flight pattern, when the B407 one was up in the air, it was literally just going all along the waterways. Whereas the one earlier was doing that circle 1,000 times.
Right. Oh yeah. My God, that plane yesterday, that thing was up there.
That's
forever.
an ABC chopper. Okay, thank you.
Which one? This one?
The new, the new one.
Why do they call it an Airbus helicopter? Airbus means like it's taking passengers type of thing. I would think.
It's just the type. I mean, it's just the type of aircraft it is.
Hmm. I would really
I did
like
see
to
that
see.
the Bor. I did see that I keep saying Borat. I know it's not Borat, but
I
I did
know
see that
Bortac.
plane. That plane went to the same place that the one that was circling earlier all around. It landed at the same place in Delaware as the other plane, or as the
Yeah.
Borat plane.
Yeah. I know I said Borat a couple times now. Nothing from Nick so far. And 1 second here. Looks like, hold on. Can you hear that?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Did not hear anything.
It's just a JLR and Blackhawk standing at a fence there. They're not doing anything really. They're just shooting the breeze over there. So it's so weird. You got this Borat team. It's not Borat. Bortac team or whatever.
Bortac.
And yeah, and it feels like that the news is like less, it's like we're not hearing much. Let's see here. I don't know. So Adam, do you still believe, hey, here's our N10 coming back? Adam.
What?
Got the N10 XV coming back
there
over.
we go.
Yeah.
It refueled and it's headed back.
Yeah, and N606 obviously is the news channel that's flying over. And then you got what's his name? Ryan Style or something Style that's freaking in there hunting him down. Watch him come out and he's got like freaking 5-foot gnome there from the back of his scuff of his neck, and he's like, "Get your ass out of these woods." Yeah.
Right.
Yep. What time is it? Oh, 3 hours. Adam said he was going to be doing like a 24/7 hour live. Weather satellite. I went to sleep at 3 something. Shows this area, and then my husband got up. I just remember my husband coming over, like to give me his kiss goodbye, because all I know is I was like, wait, why are you leaning over me, giving me a kiss? Where are you going? And it's just because when you have 2.5 hours sleep, or 2 hours not even sleep, and you're sitting there going, what the heck's going on? And the next thing I know, so all I remember is him giving me a kiss, saying goodbye as he goes to work. The next thing I know, it was like 10 o'clock when I woke up, and I was like, wait, what? Press conference and like 2 hours? Oh, okay. Totally out of it. Totally out of it. That's what happens though when exhausted inside. It's just like, all right. Sometimes you just need those sleeps where you don't remember shit. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Come on, chat. All 18 of you guys, keep the chat active.
I know. I mean, how is Sonny gonna stay alive until they catch him?
How am I gonna stay awake? Yeah, where's Dog the Bounty Hunter? Well, he's too busy working on Rachel Morin's case that I haven't covered in about a week or so on there. I don't think there's been any updates, obviously, though. I don't know, though. I think it's time to send Dog the Bounty Hunter. He'll sniff them out. Well, kind of busy with the Rachel Morin case, but yeah, you think, we need Dog to go in there, go, you know what? I got my gun. I got me. That's all I need. And I got these pecs. There we go. He's just going to be like, you know what, Bortac, move to the side. I got this. Me and my fam got this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think old dog might he might sweat a lot in that weather.
Yeah, I think so too. He sweats enough as it is normally.
Yeah.
It's like they're making a big hot dog, Adam. A little big wiener. Doesn't it though? Looks like a bit. Okay, let's make this, and let's go into.
I was waiting for her to say, "Let's make this bigger."
Well, I was gonna say that, and then I stopped. but look at they literally made it
Oh,
perfect.
Fibro, thank you.
What'd Fibro say?
Fibro gifted 1 membership to the channel.
Oh, that was nice of you, Fibro. Are they gonna? Oh, was gifted a member by. Look at, we got a lurker, Brooke Walker. Brooke Walker's in the house. She's watching right now. So Brooke Walker, you got that free membership there. So sometimes it makes me laugh, you know. And
hey,
like,
Unsolved Mystery, good to see you.
Maybe the dirty laundries couldn't find him. Thank you, Fibro. That was nice of you.
Yeah, Unsolved Mystery. I know we haven't done a John Bonet stream in a while.
No, we haven't. Yeah. But if anything, yesterday the helicopter made one of those funky fancy A's, and it reminded me, of course, of the ransom note, because it was literally that little funny curvaceous A with the upwards hook on it. And then sadly within a couple minutes it was destroyed because it kept flying. But I was like, all I could think about was the John Ramsey A, the ransom note A. What's his name from that 70s shows, 30 to Life? Speaking of 70, I don't know. I didn't watch that show. Let me just check on Nick's not doing anything yet. I think if anything, Nick was trying to find like a farmhouse to, you know, like if anyone knew of a farmhouse. Right. Are you done babysitting now, Adam? For the day?
No, I'm just on a break.
Oh, from what? Who has the child? Your mom?
My sister does.
Oh, okay.
I said I'd be back in a little bit.
Oh, well, I wish that Nick was back on. Nick, buddy.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
Anything on his
No.
Nope.
No. I guess I could look and see if there's anything on the news going on. But there's not though. Cavalcante update. I'm gonna maybe I'll go for a nap soon then if this is the case. Let's see,
Right.
Danelo. Forbes, yeah, nothing 2 hours ago.
Like, where's JB when you need him?
Yeah, right? Hey JB?
He's not really on this case, I guess.
No. Right?
He
That
did
would
an
be
Alex
nice.
Murdoch stream 2 days ago, but that was it. Maybe he's on vacation.
Which reminds me, what do you think of that? What do you
it's
think of that
wild.
about the whole
But
Murdoch?
you know what? I mean, if it's true,
Yeah.
I mean, that is a travesty because
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we
feel
were
like
done
it
with
is
him in
true.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it is true.
Yeah. If it's true, then I mean, I think it's fair that the judge that, you know, I mean, I think he's guilty, of course, but I think it, you know, he might end up getting a new trial.
Yeah. I still think he's going to lose in that trial, but because I still think he'll lose in that trial. Refresh. I think it is true, and the reason I think it is true. So wait a second. Let's get rid of This
Oh
one.
no, it was like two circles and a
I know.
bigger
Boobies. Yeah. Let's see. We'll go, I guess, into this mode so people can see where it is. But yeah, like I feel like it is true because thanks, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth.
Oh yeah. I know it's sometimes it makes it over there and other times it doesn't. Guess this one doesn't warrant it. But
It's funny. I feel like this case has been kind of all over the news and everything in the U.S. But I've talked to several of my friends that have not even
Yeah.
heard of this guy.
Right.
So I guess unless you know,
Yeah.
unless you're focused on true crime, you might not know about it. Elizabeth, the county, one of the clerks for the court in the Alec Murdaugh trial has been accused of influencing jurors, and they've said that the jurors weren't allowed to take smoke breaks while they were deliberating. So they're trying to get Alec Murdaugh a new trial.
Yeah, the county clerk that she had said that don't let him, like, meaning with Alex Murdaugh, like don't let him fool you and stuff like that by his what I can't even think of the word, but don't let him fool you and basically and stuff like that. That the county clerk said to the jurors, like don't trust in his whatever, don't let him fool you. He's whatever, da da da. And so you're not even like that stuff that shouldn't ever be said, but they have like a few jurors that have attested to the fact that the county clerk said this. Some of the jurors they can't get hold of because, right? So basically the county clerk, she wrote a book.
Or
and
a
her
court
name is-
clerk. Was it the county clerk or a court clerk?
Court clerk. Sorry. I think they called her the county court clerk, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
So she wrote a book basically to kind of like tell her story and capitalize. And some of the jurors, yeah. And some of the jurors were none too happy about the fact that she wrote a book and blah, blah, blah. So they basically finked her out and said, hey, she came in and said these things to us because they didn't like the fact that she was trying to ride off of the case. And so anyways, so some of the jurors had said that she had come in and said, talk to them and said, don't trust Alec Murdaugh, by his whatever, he's whatever, let's just say con man, whatever. But anyways, so that's kind of what happened there, is that because of her writing the book, pissed some jurors off. So I think I wouldn't doubt it if it comes to be true, because like again, what's one person saying it, okay, but if there's a few people saying that, yeah, that's true, from the jurors that have talked to the defense lawyers, because the defense lawyers of course would come out and say, and of course the jury doesn't really want to talk to the defense lawyers, but because of her writing that book, that's what prompted them to reach out to the defense saying, no, she's not going to capitalize off this. And then they said that. So I wouldn't be shocked if he gets a new trial. Follow the money. Yeah. I remember they were given a press conference, but Alex Murdaugh couldn't watch it because he was in trouble from giving an interview on the phone or whatever it was. So anyways, so that's the gist of where that case sits at the moment. I'm not really sure what's happening in the Stephen Smith case, to be honest. Are you, Adam?
No, I don't know. I was just looking, and the severe thunderstorm, like the bad weather, they're saying if it looks like it might affect the area between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, okay.
But hopefully, they said there's still a chance that might not impact the area. but there is a severe thunderstorm warning or watch in the area.
Nick's still not up. Let me just check on Jailer.
Did you see that the mother of the of Daniel posted a I guess recorded a message for her, and they've been blasting it from the helicopter?
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for days. Or
Yeah.
that was a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah.
still doing it today.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're just trying to get to appease to his heart there, but
Right.
obviously, I don't know. Like, I mean, what in this guy's life, if anything, was so wrong that he felt the need to shoot someone back in Brazil and then come over here? Like, I don't know if
Little man syndrome.
yeah, like I don't know if you get a taste for it after you do it once, and then it's kind of like, I can do it again, you know.
Right.
And sometimes because sometimes I feel like if someone gets a taste for it, then it's kind of like it's it's almost like, hey, I can do this again. And I swear that some people feed off of that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like once they've done it once, I can
Right.
see that it's almost like because everyone has an evil side to them. Doesn't matter. Everyone has a good side and an evil side, you know,
Right.
and sometimes it just takes certain things for that deeper seated evilness to come out of somebody.
Well, it looks like one of the planes is leaving.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No. That's the ends that the ABC one.
Okay. I didn't know y'all had your own fugitive in the UK right now.
What fugitive is that?
Daniel Abed Khalif escaped in his chef's red and white checkered trousers. I didn't know anything about that. In Wandsworth, he's a terrorist.
GLR on loudspeaker. Shame on you.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, let me just look up Rachel Moore in here. Rachel Moore.
Jackie Young says he's wanted for terrorism. Wow. Yeah, I'd not heard anything about it.
Criminal.
And Ben, I don't think there are any updates in the Rachel Moore case.
There isn't. Besides Pat Brown doing her own profile and her giving her own profile about the person that he is. I mean, honestly, like not a big shocker there. You know, like it's like when she was reading off of the things, I'm like, oh, like, duh. I guess it was. But anyway, so that was the last thing. I'd rather have Alexa on and talk about it. But she's been too busy for us, vacationing and everything. Yeah. So for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Delphi night. And that way, what time are we doing that at? 7? 7, right? Which is 10 o'clock EST? Yeah. Right, Adam? That's what we decided on?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys watch the helicopter for me. Be right back.
Circle. Ben, yeah, Lancashire police are still planning to review how they handled the Nico bully case. I thought that it was a September date for that, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it lately to see if they've actually scheduled the date. You think it's October? Okay. Elizabeth says, yes, he's an army guy, escaped from Wandsworth jail in England by strapping himself under a food delivery truck. He placed fake bombs in an army base and stole officers. Interesting. Wow. How long has he been missing or escaped? Oh, only a day and a half. Okay.
When did he escape, Elizabeth? Wandsworth. Jail in England, was trapping himself under a food delivery truck. Yeah. Stole the officer's information. When was that, Elizabeth? Let me just check on our. So they're kind of circling that. So hold on, wasn't Chad's Ford Elementary School? Didn't they say that that one was released? Like I took that one as meaning that they were back to being open.
Sorry, I just had to walk away for a minute because I heard Disney music playing and I was like, oh, I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh. What's coming in? It's coming in. We need some excitement.
I know.
Daily Beast. What else do I got? I gotta be better at answering some of these things. Someone going hello.
So, someone on
What
Twitter
was that?
posted.
I look up and it's all of a sudden it flashed back at me.
Someone on Twitter posted, "What every manhunt needs. Let's get together tomorrow morning for coffee and snacks."
I know, right? I just need Nick. Nick, get your butt back up. Okay? Like, there's been no update, Nick. Last update was an hour ago to the whole freaking teeth thing. Come on, Nick. Pressure's on you, dude. Okay, wait. Oh, what was I gonna say? Let me see what let me just see what JLR and that are up to. Oh, did they get in their vehicle? Hold on. What the heck's this? Hold on. Oh, they got a drone. So, all right, who's this guy?
Who's got a drone?
Hey. Hey, isn't that the dude? That went in there with his gun? Yes. Hold on. Isn't that the same dude? Hold on. Or am I wrong? 1 second. Tell me if this is. Give me a second. Besides those two, tell me if this is the same dude or if I'm just losing it. That said he was going packing. This guy, same guy, right?
We can't see anything.
Adam. Hello.
Is
Hello.
that him? Wait.
Is that him?
Oh yeah, because look at his
He's got
revolver.
a gun on his side.
You can see his revolver.
Yeah.
Yep, that's him. Who is this that you're posting?
Well, I don't know. Just from JLR's YouTube.
Oh, he was in the same parking
Right.
lot. He was in the same parking lot as this
Yeah.
guy, apparently.
Oh yeah. I seem to be lagging a bit.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
Do you see? Yeah.
I
don't know
see. Yeah, we
why.
see the guy on screen now.
Yeah. Hi, honey.
That's Ryan Stiles.
I'm too busy looking to the left. Is that a big freaking green egg? Oh, wait. You guys can't see that. Hold on, let me bring in the picture. That's Ron Stiles. Watch them. They're going to freaking be their own bounty hunters. They're all going to be like... Now, I've seen this other guy before. It looks familiar, too. Hold on a second.
You mean Little No Neck? Sorry.
Yeah. Bottleneck and no neck. Okay, hold on. So look at this green thing.
Hey, wait, is that the guy that found? Is that the guy whose stepdaughter found Rachel Morin?
Yeah. Blackhawk, Johnny
like
Blackhawk. Yeah, that is him. That's what I was saying earlier. How did you miss that the whole time I was talking about that? You weren't paying attention.
I totally missed it.
I was literally going on. I was okay. Then you obviously weren't there.
I might not have been watching at that point.
I know. I was laughing my head off though.
I might have been distracted by the baby.
Yeah, I was totally laughing my head off, and I'm like, why is Adam not fucking laughing with me here? We totally have the Johnny Blackhawk is this guy is the guy that was the Rachel Morin hunt, and it's just kind of like you just predicted it, like you just saw it coming. That
does he have a YouTube channel yet? Because if not, he's about to have one any minute.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to see what they're doing with their drone.
These are the new guys, adventures without purpose.
Yeah. Oh. Keep telling JLR, your wallet is on your nose. Someone says, GLR, raise money for a drone. Pretty thick wall up there, too. Is GLR going to get a drone, or is GLR going to have people pay for his drone? Actually, I mean, I think drones are cool. I like Nick said. Wait, Nick says a video from Brenton Road shows authorities playing in his mother directed towards Creek Road. More updates in the hour. Okay, thanks. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go take a break now for a bit. Probably maybe get in a nap or something like that quickly. Because I know that Nick's gonna be on all night, and that's usually when there's more activity happening. What do you think, Adam? I mean, you can stay on if you want.
No, what Jackie's talking about is kind of what I was saying, because they said there's footage of like the helicopter going over, but they're just playing the same message from Daniel's mother.
Oh, you're right about that, Molly. Call it.
But yeah, if you want to take a nap, and then we can come back on later if you want. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's 17 people watching, type of thing, but so I don't feel like I'm letting the whole world down here by going to have a nap. Right. I feel like I should just have a break, and that way I can, come back in a couple hours here, and then
right, because they're going to catch him today. Remember?
Yeah, according to Adam. Okay, yeah. So Adam and I
right around. There's going to be a spotting about 6:30 p.m. So about 25 minutes from now, there's going to be a spotting. And
are you going to predict that?
Yeah.
Okay. And as for the helicopter, there's no helicopter over anymore. That one's going to refuel in Philadelphia there. So anyways, yeah, so we'll see you guys. Probably like I'm gonna say 5 o'clock my time, which is 8 o'clock your time, somewhere around there. Because
like I said, they're gonna spot him in about 20 minutes, but then we'll come back on when we get when we do later.
Yeah, and you guys can come hang with us again. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. You guys take care, guys. And we'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now I gotta find the extra. Okay, there we go. This is Sunny Justice and Aspen Connor from It's a Crime and Shame, wishing you all a good night.